Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? How you all doing? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic Monday evening as we are just about ready to get started with the evening. Even though it's 4 o'clock my time, still getting used to this time difference. But it'll be back tomorrow, and things will be back to normal. The bank is the craziest place on earth, says Larry. Well, because Citizens Bank Park is the best place to be in all of sports right now. Houston to Davis here. Mike Green's here. Katie's here. What's up, everybody? I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic day. It is Game 6 of the National League Championship Series, and while I expected the Phillies to get this done in 5, unfortunately, we got a game today, and now you got to take care of the business, okay? You're at home. You're playing at the bank in front of a sold-out crowd. It's a football crowd right there. Look at all those rally towels waving at the bank. You guys can't see it, but there is a whole lot of powder blue, a whole lot of Phillies pinstripes, and a whole lot of red, white, and blue at the bank. Let's go. Hopefully you're all doing really, really well. Aaron Nola is going to be on the mound today in regards for the Phillies pitching staff, and he'll be going up against Merrill Kelly. This is a rematch of Game 2 of the NLCS. That's the spirit. There we go. Yes. Hi, everyone. What's up, Clicks? Thanks for coming on to your best fan base on earth, says Luciferian. I tend to agree with you. How to control gaming. How you doing, my brother? Jose's here. JJ, what's going on, my guy? I did not do that. Phillies at the bank are 6-0 at home. They actually have a plus 17 home run differential, and Aaron Nola is 3-0 on the season with a .96 ERA at the bank in the postseason with 19 strikeouts, and he is on a roll, and hopefully he can keep up with that today. You're going to need a really good outing from him. All right, we'll talk a little bit about the starting lineups in just a few moments, but just to get back to Aaron Nola, and just how sensational he's been. He's been a guy that has just been absolutely reliable. And sometimes, I don't know if this is just you or me, but I really can't tell sometimes who the ace of this staff really is. A lot of people say it's Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler has been phenomenal, but it seems like Aaron Nola, every time Zach Wheeler takes the mound, the very next day he's like, let me one-up you, and let me try to do better, and go out there on the mound and dominate on the hill. So that's what he's been able to do throughout the entire postseason, and that's just been a really good sight to see, especially because he didn't have such a great regular season, did not live up to par, and really struggled from delivering from the stretch, and that whole narrative has just disappeared, and hopefully it won't come back in tonight's game. There's Torey Lovullo. He is 1-1 in his career when facing elimination. He's the manager for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Larry says, I was born ready. Katie says, me too. This is the best YouTube fan base, says Clicks, and that's why you're all here. We're supporting each other through this playoff run, as Red October has been absolutely a lot of fun to cover. It really has been. So we'll take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. It'll be Corbin Carroll batting leadoff for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Then you got Ketel Marte over at second base. Carroll's out in right field, forgot to mention that. Gabriel Moreno's the catcher behind the plate. He's batting third. Christian Walker batting in the cleanup spot. He's over at first base. Tommy Pham is the DH in tonight's game. He's batting fifth. Hitting sixth, there'll be Lourdes Gurriel Jr. out in left field. Alex Thomas playing out in center field. He's batting seventh. And Evan Longoria batting eighth over at third base. And Geraldo Perdomo is batting ninth. He is over at shortstop. So again, the lineup for the Arizona Diamondbacks is Corbin Carroll, Ketel Marte, Gabriel Moreno, Christian Walker, Tommy Pham, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Alex Thomas, Evan Longoria, and Geraldo Perdomo. 1.4K subscribers, says Clicks. Yes, that's what we've been able to do. We've been able to build up an incredible family on here, and it's all thanks to you guys. You guys are the best. And, man, hopefully this season will continue, and we just got to get the job done tonight. If the Phillies do win, then they go to the World Series, and Game 1 of the World Series would be on Friday night. and they're still waiting for their opponent. It all depends on what happens tonight in Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. So if the Rangers win, then the Rangers will be going to the World Series to play against the Phillies if they win today. And then if the Astros win tonight, then that will be the other American League representative, and they will go up against the Phillies if they win today. If the Phillies do lose, though, then Game 7 of the National League Championship Series will be tomorrow night, and it will be a do-or-die situation for both teams. So this is what we all came for, and this is how we're all excited. Eagles tied at 17, Law. I don't want to see the Astros, says David. Please, Rangers, win tonight, and God, please let the Phillies win tonight as well. Thank you. I don't care who they have to play. I want to just see them get into the World Series. That is the mindset that I have right now, and that is what we got to take care of. We got to get to the World Series first. All right? Keep your eyes on the prize, but at the same time, you got to work for it. I hope there isn't a Game 7, says Clicks. Ian's here. What's up, Ian Leslie? How you doing? Is the poll for Phillies home runs or total amount of home runs? Okay, so it is for total amount of home runs. How many home runs do you guys think are going to be hit in tonight's game with a combined or a combination of both teams? That's what I want to know. So Aaron Nola is on the mound. This is his 8th career start in the postseason. He's 5-2 with a 3.25 ERA. He's gone 44 1/3 of an inning and has just been absolutely dominant. We'll talk a little bit about more of his stats in just a few seconds. But Corbin Carroll is getting ready to lead things off. Again, the lineup for the Diamondbacks. It's Carroll in right field, Marte's at second, Marino's at catcher, and then Walker's is over at first base. The DH is Tommy Pham. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is out in left field. Alex Thomas is the center fielder. He's batting 7th. And Evan Longoria hitting 8th over at third base. And Perdomo batting 9th. He's over at shortstop. International broadcast. I have a funny story to tell you guys, actually, a little bit later. And I wrote it down so that I would not forget about that. So, in regards to Aaron Nola, over his last 7 games, he's 2-1 with a 4.06 ERA. In 7 games started, he's gone 40 1/3 of an inning, has allowed 18 earned runs, and has a 1.14 whip. And that's just dating back to the regular season. So here we go as we're just about ready to get things underway. Here we go. Last time that Nola pitched, it was against the Diamondbacks. He went 6 innings, allowed 3 hits, no earned runs, and had 7 strikeouts. And in total, during the postseason, he has 19 strikeouts and 18.2 innings of work, and he's just allowed the 2 runs, and that was against the Atlanta Braves. So Corbin Carroll's up at the plate, and we're just about ready to get started. Not a seat empty at the bank. Phillies in their regular pinstripes, as Nola gets set at the letters, kicks, deals, and the first pitch to get underway is up high and outside for ball 1. Philadelphia Phillies will have to face either the Rangers or the Astros. That's exactly what I said, Chris. Thanks for coming on in. 1 ball, no strikes. Nola, again, winds up, kicks, deals, and there's a knuckle curve in there for a strike. A high strike, that is, on the upper third of the zone. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Torey Lovullo in the Diamondbacks dugout as the manager for the D-backs. The 1-1. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to left field. It's drifting foul, and that goes out of play. And the count is now 1-2. So Nola was a first-round draft pick for the Phillies back in 2014. The 7th overall pick went to LSU. The 1-2 by Nola. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. It looked a little bit inside, but there's 1 out to start off the top of the first inning. That fastball looked absolutely right on the money as he painted it perfectly on the inside corner. And Trip Gibson, the home plate umpire, called it a strike. So Carroll gets a backwards K, which means that he struck out looking. And Ketel Marte batting on the left side. The switch hitter will take a strike all the way on the outside corner. Marte wearing his bright purple batting gloves. And again, the D-backs in their gray away uniforms. The 0-1, there's a fly ball. It's hit out to left field. It's drifting foul, and it's going to find the seats. Actually, a fan caught it, but then dropped it right onto the field. Still in foul ground. So the count is 0-2. Phillies once again in their pinstripe uniforms with the red letters on the front. The red Philly letters, that is. Along with the red baseball caps and the white logo. And on the very side, it says National League Championship Series 2023. The Rally Towels are waving again. No balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the first. The bases are empty, and there's 1 out. The 0-2 pitch, just off the plate. And that'll make the count now 1-2. Phillies defense will look just like this. It'll be Realmuto behind the plate. On the mound is Aaron Nola. And with 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, we'll go over the rest of the defense after this pitch. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Aaron Nola to start off the ball game. And he has looked absolutely dominant throughout his first 2 batters that he has faced so far. Went with a knuckle curve there that disappeared out of the strike zone like it was a magic trick. Magic trick. You see it and then you don't. And now Gabriel Moreno's coming up. Lots of people standing with 2 outs in the top of the first. Moreno, the catcher, will take a strike on a fastball right down Broad Street. Right down the heart and soul of the plate. Moreno hitting .265 in the postseason. He has 3 long balls and 8 runs driven in. Nola gets set at the letters, kicks, fires, and that's off the plate and low for a ball. What's up, Offbeat? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming on here. So the rest of the infield for the Phillies, you have Bryce Harper at first, you have Stott at second, Bohm at third, and Turner over at short. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nola gets set, winds up, and delivers the next pitch. It's fouled back towards the screen. And then the outfield, it'll be Marsh in left, Rojas in center, and Castellanos in right. And, of course, the designated hitter is Kyle Schwarber. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gabriel Moreno in Game 6 of the National League Championship Series. We're scoreless so far. 2 outs in the top of the first. Both have been recorded on strikeouts, and Nola looking to strike out the side. Can he do it? The 1-2 pitch. It's just fouled off. And we'll do it again. JJ, you rock like a Schwarbomb, says Aaron Rodgers. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate that so much. It is very sunny out in Philadelphia. It's 63 degrees with a little bit of some wind in action. The 1-2 pitch by Nola. Ooh, he did not get the call. It was about less than a foot off the plate. But it's now a 2-2 count. Phillies will have Schwarber, Turner, and Harper to start off the bottom of the first at Citizens Bank Park. Moreno is tied up in the count 2-2. Bases empty in the top of the first with 2 outs on mostly fastballs thrown by Aaron Nola. The 2-2 pitch on the way, and it's low and outside, and what was an 0-2 count is now a full count to Gabriel Moreno. Moreno's 23 years old. He's 5'11", 195 pounds. He's been catching behind the plate throughout this entire series for the Snakes. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff pitch. Fouled away again, and will do it again. Made his debut on June 11th of 2022 and was born in Venezuela. Over his last 7 games, he's 5 for 24 with just 4 RBI and 4 walks. The 3-2 delivery by Nola, swinging a ground ball, hit back up the middle for a base hit. So it was an 0-2 count. And then Moreno got his way up to a 3-2 count and just singled up the middle with 2 outs in the first inning. And that'll bring up Christian Walker, the Norristown, Pennsylvania first baseman, playing for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And with a changeup. That is correct. If you guys are new to the channel, spike the like and hit that subscribe button. JJ, this is your way. You're doing so far so good, my guy. Thank you, man. Here comes Christian Walker, and he swings and misses at a fastball on the outside edge of the plate. So no balls, 1 strike to the first baseman, who's batting .206 with 1 homer and 6 RBIs, 2 for 17 in the National League Championship Series. The ball is 1 strike. Nola gets set, kicks, fires, and throws another fastball that just whizzes on by Walker. And he's late on that one, too. The count is 0-2. A very similar situation to what happened to Gabriel Moreno, as he was behind in the count 0-2. Hopefully Walker doesn't work his way back up on the count here. 2 outs and a runner at first in the top of the first. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. As Aaron Nola strikes out the side and gets all 3 outs on strikeouts. And we go to the bottom of the first at Citizens Bank Park. Phillies coming up to bat. There we go. That was a heck of an at-bat, Larry. It really was. You strike out the side. That's how you do it, man. So, yeah. So, my name is Jason. If you guys are new to the channel, spike the like, hit the thumbs up button, and turn on those notification bell icons, too, so that way you know when I upload or whenever I go live. We do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Eagles football, and Flyers hockey on here. So the Phillies starting lineup will look just like this from 1 through 9. They'll have Kyle Schwarber leading things off as the designated hitter. Trey Turner's batting second. He's over at shortstop. Bryce Harper's the first baseman. He's batting third. And batting in the cleanup spot, it'll be Alec Boehm over at third base. Over at second base, you got Bryson Stott. He's hitting fifth. And right behind him is JT Realmuto, who's doing the catching duties and is the battery for Aaron Nola. Nick Castellanos playing out in right field. He's batting seventh. Brandon Marsh, the left fielder, hitting eighth. And Yohan Rojas, the center fielder, the conductor of the outfield, if you will. He's batting ninth and is the caboose in this batting order. So again, it's Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Boehm, Stott, Realmuto, Castellanos, Marsh, and Rojas. So, Merrill Kelly is the guy that has taken the mound for the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's 35 years old. He's from Houston, Texas, and was a 8th-round draft pick by the Tampa Bay Rays. So far in the postseason, he's 1-1. He has a 3 earned run average in 2 games started, and has gone 12 innings and has only had 11 strikeouts, but the whip is at .92, which is absolutely tremendous. There we go. How does it feel to have an international community, Offbeat says? It feels great, man. It feels so nice to be able to, do this for you guys and just have an audience and, just be able to get reps and have fun while we're doing this, man. And we're really building a family on here. And the fact that the Phillies have been able to go this far, it's just a blast. I got to be honest with you. It's such a blast. And hopefully they keep this up and we don't have to do Sixers or Flyers games for a little bit of time, because then we're going to have to come back down to earth. So Merrill Kelly in the regular season, we talked about his postseason stats. In the regular season, he pitched in 30 games. He's 12-8 with a 3.29 earned run average, went 177 innings. So there's definitely some miles on the tires, but he had 187 strikeouts and 69 walks allowed. And batters were hitting .222 against him. So Kyle Schwarber steps into the batter's box, wearing the pinstripes and the red batting gloves. First pitch underway. It's inside for ball 1. Schwarber, the designated hitter, hitting .262 in the postseason. He's actually hit all 5 of his home runs in the NLCS. The 1-0 delivery, that's off the plate. It was a sinker that was way outside for ball 2. Katie, I listen on JJ's network. Yeah, always, man. Nearly 0 a.m. here. Oh, it's 12 a.m. by you. Wow. It feels so nice to... Where are you tuning in from, Offbeat, if you don't mind me asking? 2 balls, no strikes. Kyle had to take a step out of the batter's box and now gets back in there. We're scoreless in the bottom of the first in Game 6 of the National League Championship Series. The 2-0, it's down low for ball 3. So if the Phillies win this game, they will await the winner of the American League Championship Series and play the winner of Game 7 in the World Series on Friday. The 3-0, that's way outside and low for ball 4. And Kyle Schwarber draws a leadoff walk. Hey, JJ, I'm going with the Phillies in this game, says Texas. Nice, dude. Hopefully you win your bet, man. I was very happy with the results. No penalties for the Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles played really, really well yesterday. It was getting really late here, so I didn't want to really, be yelling and screaming and all that sort of stuff, because we got to be mindful of the people that are here. The first pitch to Trey Turner. He takes that one for a strike. So Turner in the postseason is hitting .415. He's been their best hitter for the Phillies. No balls, 1 strike. Kelly on the bump. And the 0-1, there's a fly ball. It's hit out to deep left field. It's carrying back towards the track, but it's caught and it'll stay in the yard. So Turner just missed a beat on that fastball as he goes back to the dugout, irate. And there's one away, so Bryce Harper's coming up. As far as the Snakes defense across the diamond, their lineup will look like this. It'll be on the mound. You got Merrill Kelly behind the plate. You got Gabriel Marino. And then from first to third, nothing different. You got Walker at first. At second, it's Marte. At shortstop, it's Perdomo. And third base is Longoria. Harper steps into the box, and the first pitch, it's sliced foul, as Harper was able to get a piece of the pie and just slice it back. From left to right in the outfield, it'll be Gurriel Jr., Thomas in center, and Carroll's out in right, Gurriel Jr. out in left. Schwarber leads off at first, got on with a straight walk. Turner got out as he flied out to left and just missed a homer. The 0-1 delivery by Merrill Kelly. It's way outside for a ball. Texas Repo says AL champs will be the Astros once again. Most people don't like the Astros, but they're really good. Both teams are really good, man. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch. That's way off the plate and way outside for ball 2 to Harper. The crew chief for tonight's game, you got Trip Gibson behind the plate calling the balls and the strikes. Andy Fletcher's over at first. Carlos Torres is the second base umpire. And Dan Iasagna is over at third. I'll get to the left field and the right field umpire after this pitch. The 2-1 to Harper. It's in the dirt. It was a changeup at 90 miles per hour. And it was also inside as well for ball 3. A glaring sun from the center field view. Out in left field, it'll be Mike Machlinski, and the right field umpire is Lance Barksdale. 3 balls, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. Phillies looking to strike first here at the bank. The pitch, off the plate and outside, and both lefties get on with a walk. So the Phillies have already put pressure on Merrill Kelly. Let's see if he can respond, or better yet, if the Phillies can try to get something going, as Brent Strom, the pitching coach for the Arizona Diamondbacks, already wants to have a word with his pitcher. Harper will give us another swing of his life call tonight. I'm calling it, says Larry. Katie says, me too. Can they use a designated hitter for Schwarber? What does that mean? A designated runner? Oh, a designated runner for Schwarber. Nah, man. That's not how the game works. So Alec Bohm is coming up to the plate. He's batting in the cleanup spot. A lot of talk has been made about him and his struggles, his offensive struggles during the playoffs, not just the National League Championship Series. But if he could come through here, that would be absolutely huge. And he is 1,000% due. stumbling on our words today. That'll get better, though. Bohm hitting .205 in the postseason with 5 RBIs. Schwarber leads off at second. Harper leads off at first. There's 1 out in the bottom of the first. In Game 6 of the NLCS, no score so far. The pitch to Bohm, there's a fly ball. It's hit out to right field. It's drifting foul as Carroll gives it a look, and it goes way out of play into the stands. Jason, you're the man, bro. Phillies finished tonight. Let's go, says wins. Love it. Absolutely love it. Thanks so much for coming on here, wins. You're the best, man. The ball's 1 strike. Schwarber at second, Harper at first. Can the Phillies strike first here? Kelly with the pitch. That's about a foot off the plate. Actually looked a little bit closer than I thought it was. But regardless, it's off the plate and outside for a ball. So Merrill Kelly on the mound, as we mentioned, for the Arizona Diamondbacks. The 1-1 to Bohm, swing gonna miss. That slider missed so badly that Bohm had to swing at it in the dirt. Lifetime against Kelly, he's 0 for 3. As Bryson Stott waits in the on-deck circle, he's 1 for 5 against Kelly in his career. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 pitch, strike 3 called at the knees at 94 miles per hour. It was a great pitch by Kelly, and it froze up Alec Bohm, and there's 2 away as Kelly gets a backwards K. And Bryson Stott's now coming up to the plate. That was a really great fastball there, and Brent Strom certainly had a lot to say about that, as he gives a little fist bump in the dugout, the pitching coach for the Diamondbacks. Sitting right next to Torey Lovullo. Bryson Stott's coming up, and here's the first pitch to Stott. He takes it up high for ball 1. So both lefties have been able to walk against Kelly. Let's see if Stott can continue that trend and make it now 3 lefties that get on with a walk. We're just not going to run here. 1 ball, no strikes. Kelly from the stretch delivers and throws a fastball right down the heart and soul of the plate at 93 miles per hour. One ball, 1 strike to Bryson Stott, a 26-year-old who's 6'3", and playing over at second. And the pitch, it's just fouled off. Stott looked like he probably could have had an opportunity to just drill that thing out to right field, but he just had a pretty good cut, but he missed it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Phillies were able to get 2 base runners on, but now there's 2 outs. Can they come through? The 1-2 to Stott, fouled away, a defensive swing by Stott, and we'll do it again. The Phillies, the Rangers, and the Diamondbacks, 3 of the 4 teams left, are all 90 and 72 during the regular season. The Diamondbacks were 84 and 78. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. That's off the plate again. Another fastball, and the count is now 2-2. Kane says, shaking my head, Rob needs to change his lineup. He's been staying this playoffs. Bohm is struggling too much to be batting behind Harper. 2 balls, 2 strikes, with 2 outs and 2 runners on in the first. And the 2-2 pitch, it's popped up, hit out to shallow left field. Perdomo's going to call off everybody else, and he'll make the catch. And the Phillies had some traffic on the bases, but come up empty-handed. And we go to the top of the second at Citizens Bank Park. Aaron Nola goes back out there for his second inning of work on the bump. All right. Larry has been saying flip Casty and Bohm. Well, you guys can give your thoughts about that down below. My poll question, if you guys are just coming in, is I wanted to know how many home runs do you think are going to be hit in this game in total from both teams combined? That's what I want to know. Good news is 21 pitches for Merrill Kelly. You got to work up the pitch count. That's what you got to do. The discipline has been there. They just weren't able to get a run to start off the game. Chris says we got to win this. Absolutely, 1,000%. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure this isn't the regular season. I'm saying during the regular season. That's what I meant to say. I apologize if that wasn't clear to you. But yeah, during the regular season, the Phillies, the Astros, and the Rangers were all 90 and 72. So yes, if you are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hopefully you're all having yourselves a fantastic day. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live or when I upload. Let's see how many people we have on here. We got 98 people watching, and only 44 of you have hit that thumbs up button. That means half of you, a little bit more than half of you, 50 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. What are you guys waiting for? Let's get to the 50 mark. Algo people, do your magic. See how many people voted on the poll as well. Please take a look at that as well. So 45% of you have said that we're going to see 3 to 4 homers hit tonight in this game. 4% of you have said none. And 1 to 2 homers. 32% of you said that we're going to see 1 to 2 homers. And then 19% of you have said that we're going to see 5 or more homers in this game. Very interesting. 54 votes so far. You guys are the best. Guys are the absolute best. This Wonka movie looks really, really good. We need 2 more likes to get to 50. Always learning, SMH. I use rattle, rattle when I'm talking about myself, says Ian Leslie. Yeah. You know, the one thing about this is that I've learned that I've had to use my voice more because I'm doing this now almost every single day, which is nice, but it's just different for me. Still getting used to it. Here comes Tommy Pham to the plate, and he takes a curveball that is way inside for ball 1. So Nola was able to strike out the side in the first inning. Only allowed a single to Gabriel Marino. The 1-0 pitch by Aaron Nola. It's fouled back towards the screen. If this were the regular season, the Braves would be champions, says Texas Repo. Not wrong. Not wrong. It's a different sport in postseason baseball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tommy Pham. And the pitch. That's a changeup on the outside edge of the plate for a called strike. Tommy Pham has faced Aaron Nola quite a lot. He's only 1 for 12 against him, and he has also struck out 4 times. The 1-2 pitch to Pham, just outside for ball 2. Larry says, I hope that we hit 5 or that there's 5 or more homers in this game because you know which team will hit most of them. Absolutely. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fans standing again. The rally towels waving. And the pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to left field. It's going back towards the track, and it's gone. Tommy Pham gets his second hit off of Aaron Nola in his career. And this time he puts the Diamondbacks up 1-0 in the top of the second inning. And the Snakes are able to strike first at the bank. That was a hanging curveball right out over the middle of the plate. And there is a run allowed by Nola. Hasn't allowed a lot of homers in the postseason so far, but that's his second one that he has allowed. Have to protect your voice, says Ian. Absolutely, 1,000%. Comes Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who will shoot that one foul towards the tarp over at third base. So the Diamondbacks lead at 1-0. Tommy Pham just hit a solo homer out to left field off of Aaron Nola. The 0-1. It's way up high for a ball. So there's one homer. So we don't have none. So 3% of you that voted lost on that part of the poll. 34% are saying 1-2. So you guys are still in it. The 1-1 pitch. There's another fly ball. It's hit out to left field. It's going back towards the track, and that one is gone. Back-to-back jacks between Lourdes Gurriel Jr. and Tommy Pham. And Aaron Nola hearing some boos so far as he left a fastball up towards the middle of the plate, and fans are stunned already. It's 2-0 Arizona. Knew I was worried for a reason. We're in for it. Yep. No spoilers in the chat. Even though I don't think that was a spoiler. This test is how quick we respond and regain momentum, says Larry. 2-0 Arizona. First pitch to Alex Thomas. It's down low for ball one. So Pham and Gurriel Jr. able to give the Phillies a taste of their own medicine so far at the bank. And Thomas will take a changeup downstairs again as Nola cannot find the strike zone. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. That changeup missed by a mile. Nola resets, and here comes pitch number 30. And that pitch is inside for ball 3. Thomas hitting 200 in the postseason. He's hit 2 homers in this series alone. The 3-0 delivery, that's inside and low for ball 4, and JT's going to charge over to the mound. And time is called. So already 3 base runners allowed in this inning by Aaron Nola. And Caleb Cotham is going to go out there, the pitching coach for the Phillies, to try to calm him down as well. Nola hasn't allowed 2 homers in quite some time. Wish I had the stats on me, but that's when you need a spotter to whisper in your ear and give you those types of facts. So there's Caleb Cotham as the infielders gather on the mound to join the conference with Aaron Nola and JT Realmuto so far. I've been watching your stream the whole series. I think a ballpark should hire you for a broadcast because you do a great job, man. Psych boxes, man, I appreciate that. That really does mean a lot to me from the bottom of my heart, man. You know, like I said, all this time we're just trying to get reps. That's all it is, man. We're just trying to get experience because that's what Scott Fransky and so many other people told us. Evan Longoria is coming up to the plate, but that's a really nice compliment coming from you, dude. Thanks so much for being here. All right, we got a runner at first. It's a 2-0 game for the Snakes, and the first pitch to Longoria. There's a fly ball. It's hit out towards the left center field gap. It's going to go all the way towards the wall. Marsh will cut it off, and the throw to home plate is not in time. And Alex Thomas scores on an RBI double, and the Diamondbacks have a 3-0 lead so far in the top of the second inning. Aaron Nola has just been collapsing in this inning so far. A home run to Tommy Pham, another home run to Lourdes Gurriel Jr., then a walk allowed to Alex Thomas, and now an RBI double by Evan Longoria. And mind you, there's still nobody out. So it's now 3-0 Arizona. Phillies definitely needed to get runs in that bottom of the first. And here comes Geraldo Perdomo, who shows bunt at the pitch, and it's fouled off of JT Realmuto's mask as it comes off. Nobody warming up in the bullpen so far. Geraldo Perdomo hitting .207 in the postseason with 2 homers and 3 RBI. He had a 2-run homer in Game 1 of the NLCS. Longoria leads off at second. Perdomo's up at the plate. Can Nola at least get the first out of this inning? The 0-1 inside on a 92-mile-per-hour fastball. The good news is that Zach Wheeler went to distance, and you were able to get some rest from your bullpen. The 1-1, it misses again. It was inside and low. So Perdomo's playing over at shortstop. 4 batters have gotten on against Nola in this inning so far. And Caleb Cotham now is getting a call to the bullpen. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. It's popped up. JT can't find where it is as it goes all the way back. It went about 20 rows back. It was a bunt pop-up all the way behind home plate. What's going on, Baxter? How we doing? 3-0 Arizona so far as Aaron Nola has melted down in this inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nola gets set at the letters, kicks, fires, and swinging a foul ball, And the count is still 2-2. So Michael Lorenzen getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen right now. Still nobody out in this top of the second inning. 37 pitches by Nola. Can he get a strikeout here? Longoria leads off at second, the 2-2 pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to right field. It's going back towards the track, but Castellanos has enough room and he'll make the catch as it stays in the yard. And Longoria tags up from second. He'll go over to third, and they play some small ball right there. There's 1 out, but Longoria tags up and goes over to third base. And we flip back to the top of the order. That's what they're getting ready for, man. So far, not so good for the Phillies. Infield playing in now for Corbin Carroll. Nola gets set at the letters, winds up and fires, throws it upstairs. Goes with a cutter that time. A lot of these pitches that he's thrown, a lot of his knuckle curves, they've been left up over the middle of the plate in this inning. Carroll struck out looking to start off the game. See if Nola can get him out here. The 1-0 to Corbin. It's downstairs. A changeup. And Nola has now 40 pitches. Wonder how many he's thrown in this inning so far. Robot JJ. That's probably your connection. The 2-0 pitch. It's in there for a strike at 95 miles per hour. There's Mike Hazen, the executive vice president and general manager for the Arizona Diamondbacks, hoping that his team is able to come out victorious tonight and force this series to a Game 7. The 3-1 on the way, or the 2-1. It's now a 3-1 count, Phillies infield playing in. The outfield playing at a normal defensive depth. 42 pitches for Aaron Nola, who kicks, fires, and that piece is fouled off. I knew this was going to be a struggle, says Kane. It's just the second inning, guys. Come on, we got plenty of baseball left to go. Don't panic yet. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Carroll. And the payoff pitch by Nola. That's fouled off. And Carroll has to go get a new bat because he broke it and heard the sound of the bat break. That pitch was way outside, too, and I was surprised that he went fishing after it. If you guys are new, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons. My name is Jason. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On the go with CeeLo. What's going on, man? Thanks for coming on here. You're the man, dude. Love your streams. You do an awesome job. Guys, make sure that you go subscribe to On The Go with CeeLo. He does a whole lot of NASCAR and a whole lot of Braves baseball. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch to Corbin Carroll. There's a grounder hit over towards the infield. Harper is going to have to just take it to the bag himself, and he's able to get Carroll out, and Longoria, for some reason, stays over at third. Harper checked the base runner, Longoria, at third, and Stott was then covering the bag, but Harper could have just flipped it over to Stott, and instead just took it to the bag himself. It's probably a dangerous play, too, because, first of all, Carroll could have collided with him, and second of all, if you're not watching Longoria over at third base, he could come home. And we get crazy riding a roller coaster at Disney all day, says On The Go with CeeLo. Yes, sir. 2 outs, a runner at third. Here comes Ketel Marte. And there's a changeup that's off the plate for ball 1. Harper almost didn't tag the bag. But he did. Just got his tippy toe on there. Marte batting on the left side. 1 ball, no strikes. A runner at third. And the pitch. There's a fly ball. It's out towards left center field, towards the alleyway. But Marsh has it. And will make the catch as he catches the can of corn for out number 3. We do go to the bottom of the second. However, the Arizona Diamondbacks get back-to-back homers from Pham and Gurriel Jr., and an RBI double as well by Evan Longoria. So the Phillies are down 3-0 already, and we go to the bottom of the second at the bank. Okay. Let's take a sip of water. Wow. You guys feeling okay in the chat down below? How you guys feeling? All right, who's coming up now? The Diamondbacks in that inning sent 7 men up to the plate. Justin says, I'm feeling a little nervous. It's pretty normal. I believe in this team, though, man. Just need to get better stuff out of Nola. If he gives up another base runner, though, we're not out of it yet, says Ian Leslie. That's for sure. They did not get that 4th run home, and that would have been really big. So at least Nola got out of that inning finally. I said Matt Strom, dude. Not Matt Strom. Michael Lorenzen, not Walker. Michael Lorenzen was warming up in the pen before. Phillies will prevail, says Ray Jones. What's up, Ray? Thanks for coming on here, man. I appreciate it. Despite the like, I hope comeback. Or I'm calling comeback, I hope. Says out of control. Oh, boy. Philly Nation, stand up. We need each and every one of you. We really do. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Phils. The Diamondbacks, this is the first time a starter is pitching with a lead in this series. And no surprise to anybody because the Phillies just were able to dominate throughout most of the beginning innings of the game. And this time the Diamondbacks come out on top first. Here's JT. The first pitch, it's way inside for ball 1. So Kelly had a long inning, or a long half inning, to just sit down on the Diamondbacks bench. 1 ball, no strikes to JT, who had a 2-run homer in his last game, and the pitch. It's in there for a strike, a fastball at the knees. Realmuto behind the plate. He's catching. Castellanos is out in right field, and Marsh is in left field. That's who's due up in this inning. The 1-1, outside and low. On a changeup thrown by Kelly, who has 24 pitches so far in this ball game. At 21 pitches in the first, the 2-1 swing and a miss on a sinker that was low and inside. Estevan's here. What's up, Estevan? How you doing, man? Rooting for the Snakes. Kelly comes set, kicks, deals. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to deep center field. It's going back towards the track, and it goes over the head of Thomas. JT will get into second base without a throw, and Realmuto looks like he's starting to get red hot in Red October. So he comes up with an extra base hit, and now Nick Castellanos will step up to the plate. As we're going to fix this graphic here. 7 total home runs, says Ellen, in this ball game. You think it's going to be a scoring affair? Okay. So here comes Castellanos with JT at second. First pitch to Nick. It's in there for a strike at the knees at 93 miles per hour. So Kelly went with a sinker there. Castellanos batting .256 in the postseason. He's just 1 for 16 in this series with a 2-run home run. That's it. The ball is 1 strike to Castellanos. The pitch, it's fouled off of his foot. Looked like he was going to rip that thing, but it was just out under it. No balls, 2 strikes. Kelly looks back at second. Now back to the plate. And the 0-2 downstairs. Kelly's 35 years old. He's 48-43 in his career with a 3.8 ERA and 681 strikeouts in his career. The 1-2 to Castellanos, strike 3 called. It looked a little bit low, but Merrill Kelly is able to get his second strikeout of the day as Castellanos goes down looking. Did look a little low, but also Marino did sell the call too, so makes a lot of sense. What's up, Trisha? How you doing, Trisha? Phillies certainly could use a run in this inning. We're in the bottom of the second. Here comes Marsh. The pitch, line drive into right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Rounding third is JT. He's going to come into home plate. The throw not in time. The throw back to second to get Marsh. He's safe. An RBI double by Brandon Marsh, and he tells the crowd to pour it on at the bank. And the Phillies respond and get 1 run so far in the bottom of the second. As this fan base is getting very, very loud, and it's pretty deafening at CBP. Well, that was a fastball right down the middle, and Marsh did a good job at squaring it up. Corbin Carroll's throw was off the line. Marino tried to get Marsh out at second as he was trying to extend a single into a double. But Marsh was able to slide in there safely, and he got his right foot in there in plenty of time. Here comes Yohan Rojas, who takes a ball inside and high for ball 1. So Yohan Rojas, with 3 hits in this series, he's 3 for 18 with a triple. He's the tying run up at the plate. He's looking to get on the 1-0 pitch. That's off the plate for ball 2. That's how you get the crowd back into it. This is exactly like what happened in Game 5 of last year. Except it all happened in the first inning. The 2-0 to Rojas. It's popped up, but it's going to go out of play as it's hooking foul. So Marino he had a really good throw over to second base. And Marsh just with the better speed. And JT, as soon as he saw Marsh go in there, was just clapping along right behind home plate after he scored. 2 balls, 1 strike to Rojas. The pitch. It's sliced foul. And the count is now 2-2. Sorry, folk, had to run an errand. It's all good, my guy. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Johan Rojas. The 2-2 pitch. It's fouled off again, and we'll do it again. 35 pitches for Kelly. There's a runner at second with 1 out. And Rojas, well, he's been quite a story this year. He's just 23 years old. He's 8 for 26 over his last 7 games in the regular season. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out and a runner at second. And the pitch, another foul ball. Good at bat by Rojas here to go up against the veteran 34-year-old and put up an epic duel. Marsh with the long hair standing over at second. Phillies lead the series 3-2, and winner goes to the World Series of this series. The 2-2 pitch, there's a grounder, hit back over to shortstop. Perdomo stumbles a little bit, but throws over to first, and Marsh will go over to third, but there's 2 outs now on the ground out by Rojas, and the Phillies definitely need to get another run here. Well, that was sort of like a bunt. That was the whole purpose of getting the ground out there, advancing the runner over to third. And now Kyle Schwarber's coming up. The tying run steps up to the plate, and Schwarber with a whole lot of power in that frame of his. Marino calls for the signs and wants to communicate with all the infielders for a second. Now he gets back into a squatting position. Kelly on the bump. Kelly versus Schwarber as they look at each other in the eyes. First pitch, though, it's down low. Kyle is 3 for 10, and 2 of his hits have been solo homers against Merrill Kelly lifetime. 1 swing could tie it up here. The 1-0 pitch. It's on the inside corner for a strike once again. We'll give Kelly credit because he's been able to paint those corners and get those calls there. Kelly pitched really well in the first game that he pitched in this series. It was actually in game 2. 2 outs, the 1-1 delivery. It's a sinker that's a foot off the plate. And outside for ball 2. Marsh leads off over at second base. He got on with an RBI double. Phillies have had 2 extra base hits in this inning as Schwarber calls for time, and he'll take a quick step out of the box. Schwarber hit a home run off of Merrill Kelly. 2 homers, I should say, when he faced him last time out. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. It's grounded foul towards the first base dugout. Boy, it would have been so funny if he actually just did a home run on that pitch. That would have been crazy. So as we mentioned before that the Phillies lead the series 3-2. If the Diamondbacks win this game, Game 7 will be tomorrow night at 8:07 p.m. Eastern Time. Game 7 of the series. The 2-2 to Schwarber, down low for ball 3. And if the Phillies win, then they go to the World Series. But tomorrow night's game, if it has to go to a Game 7, winner of that game goes to the World Series. Marsh over at third with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. The 3-2 pitch to Schwarber, fouled off of his foot, and Kyle stays alive. Trey Turner waits in the on-deck circle, just missed a homer. in the bottom of the first. It's been changeup, cutter, sinker, cutter, and fastball in this at-bat. Kelly with 44 pitches, and he's not even through the second inning yet. The 3-2 to Schwarber, down low for ball 4. And that'll put runners at the corners. Good at-bat by the leadoff hitter of this ball club. And Trey Turner's coming up. Don't want to be too aggressive here unless it's on your pitch. It's life-changing, isn't it, Michael? I just spiked the like. 115 people on here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Brent Strom is going to have another conversation with Kelly and the rest of the infielders just because the Phillies are providing the pressure in this inning. Diamondbacks scored all 3 of their runs in the top of the second inning. They got 2 solo homers, one by Tommy Pham, the other one by Lourdes Gurriel Jr., and they also got an RBI double by Evan Longoria. So far, in the bottom of the second, the Phillies had an RBI double by Brandon Marsh. It would score JT Realmuto, who got on with a double himself. Marsh is now over at third, and Schwarber just got on with a walk. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Everybody back at their spots. The go-ahead run up at the plate, tying run at first. First pitch to Trey Turner, swing and a miss on a curveball that was way out of the zone. And I said before the at-bat that Trey had to be patient at the plate, and he just took a big old hack at that and had a Ryan Howard-esque type of a swing. No balls, 1 strike. Middle infielders playing up the middle towards the second base side. Turner will call for time very quickly as he takes a quick step out of the box. This is a huge at-bat for him right here. He flied out to left and just missed a homer in the first. The 0-1 pitch. It's sliced foul and it goes out of play towards the right field side. Trey's 30 years old. He's 17 for 41 in the 2023 postseason with a .415 batting average, 3 homers, and 5 runs batted in. Bryce Harper waits in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to come up in this inning. The 0-2 to Turner, swing and a miss, and Turner strikes out on a curveball that was low and inside, and that's the end of the inning. So the Phillies do get 1 run back on an RBI double by Brandon Marsh, but they still are down 3-1 as we go to the top of the third at the bank. Haha, Ryan Howard, great comparison. It was a Ryan Howard-esque type of a swing. It really was. A long swing that was way out of the strike zone, and there's no other way to describe it. Thought that was a good one. Trey has to work the count, then hit a Trey bomb. Yo, my boy JJ, I just got into work listening to you. What's up, Jose? Thanks for coming on, man. Backstory about me. If you are new to the channel, the name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ, where we do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Eagles football, and Flyers hockey on here. And, yeah, man, we did 127 of the 162 during the regular season, and have done so far, what has it been? It's been, how many playoff games have they played? This is the 12th playoff game that we're doing. They played 2 against the Marlins, 4 against the Braves, and now 6 against the Diamondbacks. Yeah, that's right. 12. Okay, had to think about that for a second. Yeah, man, and we've been having a blast. It's been a lot of fun, and this is going to be the new style of broadcasting. I was listening to an interview last night with my favorite, one of my favorite sports broadcasters. His name is Bob Costas, and something that he said. This was an interview that he did about a couple of years ago. I can't recall which show he was on and who had him on as a guest. However, I do remember that he said that the one thing that he thinks that would be like really cool, because he's covering the playoffs this year, and he was asked the question during the interview about, how people, like when you get excited over a call, like how do you show fan bias? Because, during the regular season, you have the local networks that pick up the games, and then on TV, it just all goes to national, goes to TBS, and it goes to Fox. So how do you show bias for both teams, like when teams are doing really well? And he said something that really stood out to me, and he said that he's surprised that not a lot of major companies have sort of like a Manning cast type of a thing, like where they'll have the home play-by-play announcers, the local play-by-play announcers call the games for like the local station, and they get the feed off of TBS or Fox or wherever they're playing on, and just call the game that way, kind of like what we're doing. And that's why we're doing what we're doing, because nobody else has picked up on that yet. And I thought it was interesting because I never heard of a broadcaster come up with, those types of solutions, if you will, or come up with that scenario, because I think that that's what we're doing a pretty good job at, and we're consistent. Here comes Marino to the plate, and he takes that one outside, because sometimes fans will complain to TBS or to Fox, and they'll say, hey, I wish that you were a little bit more, that you showed more enthusiasm for this home run call here, because I'm a Phillies fan, or I'm a Diamondbacks fan, and I wish that Marino's home run call was a little bit more powerful from you. The 1-0 pitch to Marino. It's outside and low for ball 2, so we're in the top of the third. It's 3-1 Arizona. Phillies did get one run back in the bottom of the second. The 2-0 pitch. There's a pop-up, hit out to straightaway center field. Rojas jogs over towards his left, though, and he'll be there to make the easy one-handed catch for the first out of the inning. So Marino's now 1 for 2. He singled in the first up the middle, and now he flies out to center. What's up, Danielle? How you doing, Danielle? Rangers and Astros, Game 7 of the ALCS, will take place at 8:03 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. Christian Walker comes up to the plate, and that's in there for a strike on the outside edge of the plate. With a sinker at 93. Walker struck out in his first at-bat versus Nola. As he gets set, kicks, fires from the letters. That's a cutter that misses badly. Phillies took game 1 of this series and won by a score of 5-3. And were able to take game 2 as well and blow out the Diamondbacks 10-0. The 1-1 pitch. There's a ball that's outside for ball 2. No spoilers in the chat, Danielle. I don't know if that was a spoiler or not. 2 balls, 1 strike. Michael Lorenzen getting loose in the bullpen for the Phillies. 2-1 pitch. It's fouled back. I've always preferred unbiased calls. Well, I mean, see, the thing is that we have to show bias because we're doing this for the Phillies, right? So, like, every time that the Phillies have something going for them, of course we're going to get excited. Like, when the Diamondbacks had 2 homers, we were like, oh, can Gurriel Jr. hit a home run? You know? We weren't, like, showing the enthusiasm. So, like, there's a difference between being too much of a homer, that's what they call it in sports, and too little. 2-2 pitch, off the plate, and the count is now full. What's up, Shady? Good evening. Watching from Houston. Boy, you got a busy day, man. You got a busy day ahead of you. Got the Astros tonight, and you got this game. 3-2 pitch. That's off the plate again, and Aaron Nola has allowed his second walk of the ball game. This time it's to Christian Walker, as Walker will walk on over to first. One out in the top of the third inning. Runner at first. And Tommy Pham, the designated hitter, who was able to solve Nola his last time up and hit the first of a back-to-back homer. We'll take that first pitch down low and outside for a ball. One ball, no strikes. Nola with 57 pitches in this game. And the 1-0, there's a grounder hit over towards the third base side. Bohm will backhand it, flip it over to second for one. The throw to first. It's in time and around the horn, double play. As we go to the bottom of the third, good defense by Bohm as he flipped it to Stott, and Stott was able to throw it over to first to get the double play and finish it off. So we go to the bottom of the third inning. Phillies still down 3-1. Aaron Nola doing a good job in that inning. Can the Phillies offense respond? That remains to be seen. We also have the Monday Night Football scoreboard up here as well. We have the graphic over here. So, in case you guys are wondering if this game goes past 8:15 and that game gets started, we have that scoreboard up. So don't you worry. We got it all here. ALCS Game 7 scoreboard as well. Hopefully these graphics are good for you all. Nola's fallen behind in counts because he doesn't trust his stuff, says Larry. Well, give him credit that he got out of the inning, so that's all that matters. It's about the results, man. He got out of the inning, and he did a pretty good job, I thought, controlling his pitches. Guys, spike the like, hit that thumbs up button, which is the same thing as spiking the like. We got 72 likes on here, 112 people watching. That means that 50 of you, actually 40 of you, I can't do math today, have not hit that thumbs up button. All right, so 4% of you have voted none on the poll. 26% of you have said that we're going to see 1 to 2 homers today. And then 46% of you have said that we're going to see 3 to 4. And 23, the rest of you, have said that we're going to see 5 or more homers today. I wish that Zach Wheeler could pitch 3 games in a row. That's funny. Ian Leslie says, I was a big Cardinals fan for a long time, but when I was driving across the country, I couldn't stand the homer play call. Really? Who was on? Was it a Jack Buck that did the games? Let me know down below. Was it Jack Buck that did the Cardinals games when you were listening? Yeah. Because I think that Paul Allen is, and as great as Paul Allen is, for the NFL, for the Vikings, he does an awesome job on the radio. Sometimes I know that a lot of people get, a little bit annoyed when he shows too much bias. And we try not to go to that extreme. But, of course, when things are going well, we got to show some cheer. First pitch by Kelly to start off the bottom of the third is outside for a ball. To Bryce Harper, who walked in this previous at-bat. Ian Leslie says, I don't know. Okay. 1 ball, no strikes to Harper. And he takes a curveball all the way at the knees for a called strike. That curveball looked absolutely filthy by Merrill Kelly. We need 18 more subscribers to get to 1,430. We're in the bottom of the third, as the 1-1 is fouled back towards the screen. How about this? Bryce Harper has been doing absolutely tremendous in the postseason. He's 12 for 35 with 14 runs scored, 5 homers, and 8 RBI. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Harper. The pitch, strike 3 called. He got caught looking at a slider on the inside corner at the knees, and there's 1 gone to start off the third. And all 3, actually, I beg your pardon, scratch that. 3 of the 4 strikeouts that Merrill Kelly has had have resulted in backwards Ks, which means that the batter has been caught looking 3 out of 4 times to strike out. So back-to-back Ks for Merrill Kelly. First pitch to Bohm. He'll foul that one back. Paul Allen is the homerist of the homers, says Larry. Do you still like him, though, Larry? Because some people, some people don't and some people do. The ball is 1 strike, and the 0-1, that's at the knees. It's a fastball for a called strike right there. Phillies need to put up some better at-bats in this inning. The 0-2 pitch, just off the plate for a ball. I remember going to the NLCS back in 2008. It was a lot of fun. And 2009, too, against the Dodgers. The 1-2, that's downstairs, and it hits the dirt. Do you guys remember when crab fries were only like $7.50? Because I remember that. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. Line drive, and Bohm will shoot that one the other way out into right center field as Carroll gets to it, and Alec Bohm gets on over at first, and finally he comes through with a base hit there. Good for him, because he actually did hit that one pretty sharply, and he wasn't necessarily getting the results before, but it's just good to see him on base. I love Paul Allen, says Larry. He's a great announcer despite the homerisms. He is. He has a very good vocabulary, and I like that about him, and he has a lot of good catchphrases. I was a big fan when Bob Gibson and Lou Brock and Ken Boyer were the best. Here comes Bryson Stott, the first pitch. Grounder hit back over to second base. They'll flip over to the second. There's one, and that's all that they're going to get. So Marte flipped it over to Geraldo Perdomo with an underhanded toss to get Bohm, the lead runner, out. And there's 2 away. Now JT's coming up. So JT has been starting to get hot for the Phillies. He had a double back in the second inning to start off the little rally that they put together. Also scored the first run and the only run for the Phils. Two gone in the bottom of the third, tying run up at the plate. The pitch to Realmuto. He went around. It was a curveball. It was at the knees. Looked a little bit low, but Gibson calls it a strike. Phillies have Rob Thompson in the dugout. As the manager, Caleb Cotham, the pitching coach, Kevin Long, the hitting coach. The 0-1 pitch that's dribbled foul towards the third base side. Mike LINKTREE, the bench coach, who always puts the headset on or goes to the phones if the Phillies ever decide to challenge a play or if they want to take a look at something. And the first base coach is Paco Figueroa. And over at third base, you have Dusty Wathan. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs and a runner at first. The pitch, it's outside and low. The throw over the second base to try to get Stott. Not in time. He dives in there safely. And Bryson Stott's in scoring position as he's able to swipe second. Good piece of base running by Stott. It's his 5th stolen base in the postseason. And in total, he has 36 stolen bases when you combine the regular season and the postseason. So let's see if JT can come through here and at least cut it to a 1-run deficit. The 1-2 to Realmuto. There's a bouncer that's hooked foul towards the third base side. It goes all the way towards the tarp. It's quite an atmosphere here. Lots of long-sleeve shirts and sweaters as well. And you see some jackets. It is 63 degrees, but I'm sure it's going to get cooler as the night goes on. Not a whole lot of short-sleeve shirts. 1 ball, 2 strikes to JT. The pitch off the plate for ball 2. I remember when one beer was under $10 at a ballpark, says Mike. Yep. Everything's expensive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Phillies down 3-1, but they lead the series 3-2. The pitch to JT, another foul ball. Almost hit Dusty Wathan, the third base coach for the Phillies, and will do it again. So Kelly already has 64 pitches, and he's not even through the third inning just yet. Fans starting to wave the rally towels, hoping that JT comes through. Home field advantage has certainly helped out the Phillies in so many different ways this postseason. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kelly looks back at second, now back to the plate, and the pitch, swing and a miss, and JT strikes out on a high cheese fastball that was way above the zone. And we'll go to the top of the fourth. Phillies come up empty-handed. We go to the fourth inning as the Diamondbacks lead it 3-1. That was a golden opportunity there. Ruben says, what are they now, $20 at the game? Crab fries? Crab fries are $15. Last time I checked. Well, it's $13.50, and then you add the cheese with it, and it's $1.50 extra. That's how much they were when I went to the ballpark with my cousin on the very last day of the regular season. So, but boy, were they good. That's how they get you, though. That is how they get you. And parking is just absolutely pricey. But beer at the game, I think, is $20, I want to say. It's $20. And bottle of water was $5. Last time I remember. Swinging at everything against is Larry. Yep. If you guys are new, make sure you like and subscribe. Turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you will know when I upload or if I go live, like what we're doing right now. Let's go. Philly says Los Angeles. LA, thanks for coming on here, representing Philly and not LA. Was asking about the beer. I figured that you were, but I kind of had to, I had to pick my poison and just pick 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go with both of those choices because I was like, well, if he's thinking about the crab fries, which I don't think he is, this is how much they are. And then here's the beer. I had to give the price for that as well. In 1975, a beer was like $2, says Larry. Crazy. Crazy times we live in. So, we go to the top of the fourth. It'll be Gurriel Jr., Thomas, and Longoria that are coming up to the plate for the Snakes. But now I want crab fries. Ruben, you and me both, man. I could totally go for crab fries, man. Maybe I was just gonna say I don't know if you're home, but maybe when the Phillies are off, maybe we can go to Chickies or something because I'm in the mood for crab fries, man. I really am. Back in my day, chocolate used to cost a nickel. What does a ticket go for? A playoff ticket? Good luck trying to get those in Philly. Hi, JJ. Let's go Phillies, says Hardcore for All. Thanks for coming on here. Thanks for being here. So Gurriel Jr. steps into the box. Ruben says, sounds good to me. I could totally go for crab fries, man. The pitch that's in there for a strike, just at the knees. So Lourdes Gurriel Jr. hit a solo homer to put the Diamondbacks up 2-0. The 0-1 pitch by Nola. That's in there for a strike. It looked a little bit outside, but Nola got the generous call. 60 pitches for Aaron Nola. Just gave up the 3 runs in the second inning, and not a scratch on him since then. Rally towels waving as Nola gets set from the letters, gets the signs from Realmuto, starts his windup in motion, and the 0-2 pitch fouled again. Another sinker at 93 by the 30-year-old. In 1975, a house was like $100, says Larry. 0-2 is the count to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Nola winds up, kicks, fires. It's popped up. Hit over towards the middle infield. Stott will be called off by Trey Turner, and Turner's there to make the easy catch just behind second base. And there's one away in the top of the fourth. Good pitch thrown by Nola. Looked like it was a slider that Gurriel Jr. just got way underneath and skied it out towards the infield. And there's one away. Here comes Alex Thomas, who walked his last time up against Nola. He takes a strike, a knuckle curve at the knees at 79 miles per hour. Regular season tickets between third and home. I don't know, honestly. I really haven't been to... That was the only game I've been to this year, was the last game of the season. The 0-1, that's low for ball one. I do have a friend, though, that does work in the tickets department. Actually, I have two friends that work in the tickets department. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch, that's in there for a strike on the inside corner. Ellen says you should do commentary for the UFC. You're not the only one that has said that. I think that's so funny. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is sort of like a boxing match between the Diamondbacks and the Phillies. The 1-2 pitch, line drive into center field, and Rojas just makes the catch. It just went over the grass. Didn't even have to dive, slide, or nothing. And there's 2 away as Thomas laced it out to center. But Rojas was able to cover all the ground that he had to cover out in center field and was there to make the catch. I was thinking, well, did he use the ground to his advantage, kind of like what they sometimes do in football when they rule it as a catch? But nope, he got it. Certainly got it. Evan Longoria is due up, and he'll foul the first pitch back towards the screen. So besides the second inning, and again, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but Aaron Nola has been really strong. Longoria batting .161 in the postseason. Still hunting for his first homer in this series. The 0-1. That's a knuckle curve in there at the knees for a strike. That knuckle curve looks absolutely deadly in this inning so far. Fans standing, rally towels waving, lots of black hats, and lots of maroon Phillies hats as well with the old logos. The 0-2 delivery, swing and a miss, and Evan Longoria strikes out. And Aaron Nola comes up with a 1-2-3 inning, and we go to the bottom of the fourth at Citizens Bank Park in Game 6 of the National League Championship Series. He has retired 5 of the last 6 batters that he has faced as well, which is pretty impressive. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Fightins. A lot of us big on that also, says Ellen. In regards to the UFC, yeah. I do kind of like to treat this like it's a boxing match. You know, the one announcer that I really like, the one sports broadcaster that I like, I mean, there's a lot, but I am a big fan of Kevin Harlan. I think that he does incredible work, and to quote him, when he was being interviewed, can't recall if it was from STAA Sports or where it was from, but he said that, you know, when you're doing, when you're calling the action, right, you're the conductor of the orchestra, and I've said this before, where sometimes, like, when we're tuning into a cast, right? When you listen to a game on the radio, it's a totally different vibe than listening to it on TV because you're the eyes and the ears when it comes to radio. And that's how we treat this like it's a radio cast, because we have people that are driving. We have people that are tuning in that can't watch the game and that aren't watching the game because they're doing something else. You know, they're out to eat or they're doing something really important, so they can't watch the game. So we're the eyes and ears for them. And Kevin Harlan has always thought about, like when he's doing this, that he has to be the conductor of the orchestra. He's talking about like which players have the ball, and he has to set the pace. He has to set the tone. And baseball has become a little bit more of a faster paced game because of the pitch clock. That's definitely sped things up back to what was a normal speed back in the day, because it was getting really long. But I do tend to try to do that and to take notice of how we're pacing ourselves and how we're setting the tone, because I think that that's a really important key factor when it comes to a broadcast in general. But there's a lot of people that I learned from, for sure, when we do this. Eva Longoria is playing. What? Yeah, man. Phillies have struck out 5 times through 3 innings. First pitch to Castellanos. It's in there for a strike. Jamie says, imagine the original conductor George Carlin doing the commentary. Law F everything. You win, they win, we win. Who cares? The pitch. That's fouled off by Castellanos. So Kelly, with 65 pitches coming into this 4th inning, he's already ahead in the count, 0-2 here. We are over an hour underway. The 0-2 pitch to Castellanos. Check swing, did he go? First base umpire says no, and I'm shocked. It's only the 4th inning. Be optimistic, you filthy Philly animals. Filthy with a PH. I like that. I like that. Andrew Salfrank, the left-handed pitcher, is getting warmed up in the D-backs pen. The 1-2 pitch. There's a line drive. Played on a bounce, though, by Marte. Plays it in front of him, and he'll throw it over to first base in time. So Marte did a good job of just setting up defensively towards the outfield grass of the first base side and just played it on a bounce. That thing probably would have gotten over his head if he was playing more towards the middle part of the infield and not his back. So Brandon Marsh is due up. Had an RBI double his last time. He was up at the plate, and he takes a curveball at the knees for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 delivery. Down low and inside for ball 1. There's Sanja Marsh. That's Brandon Marsh's mom. She has long blonde hair. She has a snow hat on, a winter hat. And it says the number 16 on the front of the hat as the 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike. She also has a big badge right on top of her Phillies shirt, a black Phillies shirt, that has Brandon Marsh's picture when he was a baby. The pitch, that's in there for a strike. That's when he was playing for Little League, actually. So Marsh strikes out looking on a pitch right at the knees. That is how you represent your son at a playoff game. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Here comes Yohan Rojas as he steps up to bat from the right side, and he'll foul that first pitch off. I can imagine, if I were to be in the big leagues and if that were my mom wearing like a really big badge, that'd be cool. It's something that I don't know why it just came into my head, but I'm just thinking about that and how that would look. It's cool. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Yohan Rojas as that pitch was way in the dirt. Two outs. Nobody on. The 1-1 pitch to Rojas. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to deep left center field. It's going back towards the track, and Thomas tracks it down and will make the catch just shy of the wall. So Rojas just missed a double, and Thomas, able to cover a lot of ground out in center field, is able to help Merrill Kelly get to a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the fifth now. Phillies down 3-1 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Wow, he hit it really sharply, too. I thought maybe it had a chance. How many people do we have on here? Guys, spike the like. If you guys have not done so already, please make sure that you follow Play by Play with JJ on all the social media platforms that are out there. 113 people watching, and 31 of you have not even hit that thumbs up button. Let's do it. Kenneth Gainwell even says, come on, the backup running back for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's on here. We have Kenneth Gainwell. We got Aaron Rodgers on here. We got a big crowd of athletes. They don't want to be playing football. Actually, two of them don't have to play football tonight. They were on Saturday, though. But yes. I can't understand why my nose gets itchy sometimes when I'm on here. Sam's here. What's up, dude? Haven't seen you on in a little bit of time. It's been like 5 days or so, man. How you doing? Thanks for being here. Fisherman Sam, man. Kelly at 76 pitches. Neither starter is going past 6 innings, says Larry. Well, with the pace that they're going at, maybe not. But maybe that changes. We don't know. Maybe that changes. That yawn felt great. So, I know that I really haven't been giving you guys a whole lot of opportunities to participate. I do apologize about that because that's what also makes our cast so unique. So here's something that I do want to ask you guys, though. Okay, if you were not rooting for the Phillies, okay, if you're a Phillies fan on here, if you were not rooting for the Phillies, which other MLB team would you be rooting for? I know for some of you it's easy, but for others of you, that's a pretty tough question. I don't want to go to a Game 7, says Crystal Clare. So which team, if it weren't for the Phillies, which team would you be rooting for as a fan? Okay? Comment down below because I'm curious. We're in the bottom of the fifth, and Aaron Nola back out there for his 5th inning of work. He throws a strike as a knuckle curve. Connor says the Cubs. All right, why the Cubs? Why the Cubs? Why would you be rooting for the Cubs? The ball is 1 strike to Geraldo Perdomo batting on the left side. Then he swings and misses as the helmet comes flying off on a 94-mile-per-hour heater. I live in Houston, so it would probably be the Astros. Just because it's where I'm from, honestly, says Connor. Okay. I didn't know if you loved their World Series team when they won in 2016. The ball is 2 strikes to Geraldo Perdomo. The pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to right center field. Castellanos on the run, but Rojas there behind him, and he'll make the catch. So Rojas doing a good job again at just utilizing that speed. And there's 1 away in the top of the 5th inning as Perdomo flies out to center. My dad says the Giants. He's speaking on my mom's phone. I know that. If I'm not cheering for the Phillies, I'm cheering for the Mariners because I grew up in the Seattle area, says Ping Boy. Okay, cool. Right now, were you also a fan of Ichiro? As the pitch to Carroll is fouled off. So Nola with 73 pitches in 4 1/3 of an inning. Phillies lead the series 3-2. They trail 3-1 though in this ball game. This is Game 6 of the National League Championship Series. And the 0-1 delivery inside and high for a ball. Just been busy with some work, says Fisherman Sam. It's all good, man. Well, we're happy to have you back. Yankees' father always said the only team. 1 ball, 1 strike to Corbin Carroll. The pitch. Chopped foul towards the first base side. Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Mickey Mantle. I just look at for athletic performance. Okay, so if Ian Leslie wasn't rooting for the Phillies, she'd probably root for an athlete, is what she's saying. Is that correct, Ian? The 1-2 pitch, there's a little dribbler hit over towards the first base side, but it will roll foul. Harper tried to give it a look, but throw it back towards the fans. Chris LeClaire says, if it weren't for the Phillies, I'd be rooting for the Boston Red Sox because I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. Okay. So you guys are playing the market area. Okay. That you're playing the market area card. I'm surprised that none of you have said, like, I don't know, like Miguel Cabrera. I'd be rooting for the Detroit Tigers because I love watching Miguel Cabrera. The 1-2 pitch up high for ball 2. Or like, I'd be rooting for the Angels because I love Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. Michael says Baltimore Orioles. Cool. Are you from Baltimore? 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Corbin Carroll. Base is empty. And the 2-2 on the way from Nola. Fouled back towards the screen. Connor has given a donation. Shout out to Connor. We love you, brother. This is making the end of my workday go by so much faster. Thanks for the entertainment, he says. That's the message. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball. It's hit out to right field. It's a hooking foul. It is, and thank goodness. Yes. Thank you so much again for the donation, Connor. That was really, really nice. Ian Leslie says correct. Ichiro was phenomenal. Ichiro was phenomenal. Derek Jeter and Ryan Howard says Jamie Frey. Those are his favorite Phillies athletes. Trisha says Ohtani is overrated. Okay. That's an interesting statement. Jason Kelsey and some of the Eagles are in the building tonight out at Ashburn Alley. How about that? The big piece was also there. Saw him there in a suite. The 2-2 pitch. Line drive past the stop of Stott. And it goes out into center field. And Corbin Carroll is aboard for the first time tonight. Gets on with a 1-out single. And Ketel Marte is coming up to the plate. That was a great at-bat by Carroll. I would root for the Orioles because I went to a game and it was super cool there. Yeah, dude, I love their ballpark, man. It is such an incredible ballpark. It's really nice. The scenery's great. And it's just really cool to see. The pitch. It's down low for a ball to Ketel Marte, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. He's batting on the left side. He's a switch hitter. He's been with the Diamondbacks since 2017. 1 ball, no strikes. And the throw back to first to try to get Carroll, not in time. Carroll had over 50 stolen bases during the regular season. Still looking for his first stolen base in this series, and curious to see if he's going to run here. Corbin is a special talent. So many young studs in the league, says AJ. AJ, what's up, dude? The 1-0 pitch. Line drive down the right field line. It's a fair ball. It's going to go down all the way towards the corner. Castellanos misplayed it. Going over to third and rounding third to come in to score is Carroll, and he'll jog in there without a throw as it's cut off by Stott. And Ketel Marte gets on with an RBI triple. And it's now 4-1 Snakes. Castellanos just absolutely misread that as he played it out towards the corner. It took a weird bounce, and I think it went over all the way towards his left side and anticipated it to just hop out in front of him, but he had to go all the way back. So it's probably just going to be an RBI triple. That's what it looks like. And Gabriel Moreno's coming up. So it's now 4-1 Arizona. What's up, JJ? Sorry I brought the bad luck. Keep up the great content, says AJ. What's up, my brother? You're the man. Aaron Nola's night is done. It only just goes 4 1/3 of an inning as his night is done. And Ketel Marte has the longest postseason hitting streak of all time. He's actually tied with Marquise Grissom at 15. So Lorenzen's going to come into the ball game right now. Oh, boy. He is off his game. And the bats are terrible, too. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that, guys. What a series. What a series. Ugh. If you guys are new, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons. My name is Jason. This is Play by Play with JJ. And we do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Eagles football on here. I think we're going to end the poll. 85 likes, and 24 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. In order for us to get more people on here, we actually have to keep hitting that like button. So if you want us to be up there with the top Philly podcasters that are out there, the Philly content creators like Philly Take with RB, Run It Back Philly with DJ Eastwood, Sports Talk with Broads, and so many other incredible Philly content creators, that's what we got to do, guys. We got to hit that thumbs up button. And we got to hit that subscribe button as well. That's what matters. JJ, do a Dynamite. They're not on TNT. That was a bad joke. They're on TBS. One of my C. I don't know what that means, Ruben. So Nola went 4 1/3. You'll have 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Oh, one of my clients has Game 7 tickets, so he's probably really happy. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Support JJ. Hit those buttons. He's the best. So Michael Lorenzen will be pitching now for the Titans. He is 9-9 with a 4.18 ERA in the regular season. Also had 111 strikeouts and 44 walks allowed. Here comes Moreno, first pitch, swing and a miss on a breaking ball that was outside and low. So Nola's day is done. The runner over at third base is still his responsibility. The 0-1. It's on the outside corner at the knee is a slider that just got the outside edge of the plate. Took Rob till Game 6 to get a long reliever, says Hardcourt for all. The 0-2 on the way, swinging a low dribbler hit over to shortstop. Turner will throw it over to first base, and I was so shocked that the runner at third, Ketel Marte, didn't even go. I'm surprised he didn't go. I'm sure that they're going to be talking about that. It was hit on the ground. The third base coach, Tony Perezchica, I think, told him to hold up. But don't misconstrue my words. The pitch. That's low and in the dirt. Almost bounced away from JT. As up at the plate now is Christian Walker. J.J. Walker from Good Times. Catchphrase Dynamite. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, a runner at third. The pitch down low again for ball 2. So Marte had an RBI triple. Was able to get Corbin Carroll to score. Aaron Nola not so happy with himself and is hoping that he'll get a no decision and that his teammates can battle through the adversity that he had to deal with. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. So Walker's 0 for 1. He walked against Nola. He's batting .200 on the season with 1 homer and 6 RBI. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That sweeper came in pretty clean. It looked like it was outside and low, but still a nice pitch thrown by Lorenzen. Rally towels waving again in Philadelphia at Citizens Bank Park on this cool night. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 low and outside for ball 3. Something needs to happen right now, says Katie. Tommy Pham waits in the on-deck circle. The count is now full to Walker. Walker's 32 years old. Lorenzen on the bump for the Phils. The 3-2 pitch down low for ball 4, and Walker walks again for the second time tonight. Now put runners at the corners right now. So more on Michael Lorenzen. He is, this is his 14th that he's played for. It was an all-star this year with the Detroit Tigers. Played for the Cincinnati Reds from 2015 to 2021. And was on the Angels in 2022. Played for the Detroit Tigers the first half of the season just before the all-star break. And then got traded to the Phillies. The pitch, that's in there for a strike. A good curveball at the knees to Tommy Pham. Walker's at first. Marte's at third. Phillies need 1 more out to get out of the inning. The 0-1 delivery, that just misses. Get it together. Sub people out. Sub people out in the game, but make sure that people sub on here. Sub in on here. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tommy Pham. And the pitch. Sliced foul behind the plate. I lost excitement after Game 4, says this person with a long name. Knowing that no matter what happens this series, they won't beat the Astros or the Rangers anyways. Well, we'll have to wait and see. We got to do what's right here first. We got to take care of the business in front of us. The 1-2 pitch, it's low for ball 2, and Christian Walker goes over to second base without a throw. So it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lorenzen on the bump, came on in relief for Aaron Nola. Runners at second and third, the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Lorenzen just gets out of the inning as Pham strikes out, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. However, the Arizona Diamondbacks do get another run on an RBI triple by Ketel Marte, and we go to the bottom of the 5th at the bank. Okay. JT calls a bad game at times. Too many breaking balls, says Kean. Albert DeHaven's here. Just got back from pulmonary. Doctor, got a late bus. Well, I'm happy that you're here, man. Really happy that you're here. It's nice to have you on. Maybe you can bring the Phillies some good luck. We need 13 more likes till we get to 100. 25 of you have still not hit that thumbs up button, as we have 112 people on here watching. Ugh. It's just one button, man. That's all it is. There you go. How could people do your thing? All right. It's been a pretty quiet game so far. I expected it to be a little bit louder. I was hoping that they get more runs in that they would score in the first and then get more runs in that second. But they're still in this, man. They're still in this. As we go to the bottom of the 5th. Jose says comeback in the 9th inning. We'll have a comeback in the 9th inning. You can come back, though, for the comeback in the 9th. But why not stay on here and tune in to Play-by-Play with JJ and see what goes on or listen to what's going on for yourself. Yes, decided to come home rather than the casino. It was so cold up on the mountains. This way, crank up the heat. I'm not leaving, says Jose. I'm not leaving, says Jose. No, you shouldn't leave. But you can always come back whenever there is a comeback. And if that happens in the 9th inning, come on back. Or just stay here. This is home for me, my boy JJ, says Jose. Well, we love having you here. We do. Let's take one more sip of water. Ian Leslie says come back on now. Phillies can make the comeback. Anything's possible, says Fisherman Sam. So, Game 7 of the ALCS will take place at 8:03 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros, and the winner of that game goes to the World Series. Here comes Kyle Schwarber. 1-2-3 due up for the Phillies in the top of the 5th, and Schwarber takes a strike at the knees. He has walked twice today. The 0-1 to Schwarber. That's down low for ball 1. Merrill Kelly's still out there on the bump. He has 77 pitches and is looking to just get through this 5th inning here. Phillies are open to put up some decent at-bats and grind out more at-bats against them. The 1-1 off the plate as Schwarber holds the trigger and almost thought about checking his swing. 2 balls, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber had 46 home runs this season in the regular season and batted under 200. The 2-1, a strike called at the knees. Somebody putting up a sign for a Schwarbomb. Let's see if their prayer can be answered here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kelly versus Schwarber. The 2-2 on the way. That's off the plate, and a good eye by Schwarber again. The count is now full at 3-2. Schwarber, a 2-time All-Star, a World Series champion as well. He is up at the plate here. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Kelly goes with a curveball as Schwarber was out in front of it, way out in front of it, and there's one away in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jeez. So Trey Turner's now coming up to the plate. Ay. Here comes the first pitch to Trey, and he swings and misses at a cutter pretty badly at 91 miles per hour. So Turner's 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout as well. He's batting .395 on the postseason. And the 0-1, there's a fly ball. It's hit out to center field. Not that deep, though. He got it off the end of the bat. And there to make the catch is Alex Call. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 5th. And Bryce Harper's coming up to the plate. First pitch to Harper. He swings and misses at that one. The Phillies, I didn't know this, but Phillies haven't been to a Game 7 in quite some time. The 0-1, that's down low for a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Base is empty. Kelly gets set, kicks, steals the pitch, swing and a miss at 97 miles per hour. It's not looking good, but if we come back, imagine how epic it'll be. Could end up being the most memorable game ever. We're in the bottom of the 5th, 2 outs, the 1-2 pitch to Harper. Fouled back towards the screen. We'll do it again. Game 7 would be tomorrow night at Citizens Bank Park if the Diamondbacks win tonight. The 1-2 pitch just outside and a good eye by Harper. First pitch would be at 8:07 p.m. Eastern Time. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Harper. And the 2-2 pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did. Swing and a miss. And that's the end of the 5th inning. So we go to the top of the 6th as the Diamondbacks lead at 4-1. And they'll be right back in just a few moments. There must be a comeback, says Snowman Multimedia. What's up, Snowman? How you doing? For the Fightin' Phils. Remember last year versus San Diego? How are you guys doing, says Snowman. How you doing, man? Thanks for being here. Why are we swinging at so many pitches out of the strike zone, says Christopher Moore. It's a good question. That's a very good question. Trisha says if they get back to the World Series, they need to bring back Rhys Hoskins. I don't know about that either. I don't know. I don't know if I want to see Rhys Hoskins in the World Series. Maybe it would be a good spark for the team. But I don't know. Let's just get there first, and then we can decide who we're going to put on the roster and all that sort of stuff. I just want to get there. That's where my mind is right now. Face your opponent out in front of you and just be able to get a W tonight. Rattle, rattle, says Ian Leslie. Phillies have 8 strikeouts through 5 innings, Larry says. Remember, if you guys are new to the channel, spike the like, hit the thumbs up button, and hit that subscribe button as well. That way you'll know when I go live or when I upload. So for those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Jason. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I've been coming on here for 10 months, and we've been calling Sixers basketball, Eagles football, and Phillies games. And then once the Phillies season is done, once they're totally done, then we're going to start Flyers hockey and 76ers basketball. So, along with continuing the Eagles football season. So, the whole thing is that we've been coming on here to just get more and more practice, because if broadcasters do this 162 games and they have to work their way up, why can't we do that? And take a chance on ourselves. So that's what we're doing. And it's been a blast doing this. Just hopefully the Phillies win, and it'll be more of a blast once they get through. 2 words, says Larry, plate discipline. That's all that they need. Alrighty. Merrill Kelly, I think he's done. Torey Lavulo, I think, is going to pull him. He went 5 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and had 8 strikeouts against the Phillies offense. Michael Lorenzen goes out there for the 6th inning. The first pitch, there's a fly ball. It's hit out to right field. Castellanos goes back towards the track, and he just makes the catch with his right foot on the track and his left foot on the grass. Chris says, it looks like we're going to have a Game 7, but it's not over yet, man. It's not over. Ryan Thompson is getting loosened up in the Diamondbacks bullpen. I can't believe that Torey Lavulo is going to pull him right here. He's pitching so well. Let's see if the Phillies can make him pay for that. Alex Thomas up at the plate. Takes a strike at the knees at 95 miles per hour. So Thomas is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. So Thompson, the sidearm pitcher, is getting loosened up right now in the Diamondbacks bullpen and will pitch the bottom of the 6th. The ball is 1 strike in the 0-1 pitch. Line drive over the head of Bowman to left field for a base hit. Backhanded by Marsh. And there's an opposite field single by Alex Thomas, who continues to stay red hot in this series. Another nice piece of hitting right there. Just went the opposite way. Got it over Bohm's head, and there was no chance that he was going to be able to make that catch. So now Evan Longoria's coming up, and he'll take a strike at the knees. Longoria is 1 for 2 with an RBI double. He's batting 156 in the postseason with 3 RBI. And still is looking for his first homer. The pitch, ground ball, hit over to shortstop, the flip over the second. There's one, the throw back to first, and that's in time. So they get a 6-4-3 double play to help them out defensively. All started by Trey Turner, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. So Michael Lorenzen is able to make a nice play. Turner almost bobbled it too, but thank goodness he did not. Almost came up out of the glove. Okay. All right. I'm going to take a very, very quick step off. I'm going to take my only break right now. I will be back in literally 30 seconds. I'll see you very, very soon. Don't go anywhere. Spike the like and hit that thumbs up button. Be right back. All right, there we go. Longoria has been their automatic out. Well, except for in the 3rd inning, man. The 2nd inning, I'm sorry. He had the RBI double. Phillies have had plenty of games during the regular season where the bats come to life late. And, man, again, it sounds cliche, but you got to play all 27 outs. So, I don't care how many runs you're down by. They're still in this game, guys. Give us a crooked number, Phils. Let's go, says Hardcore for All. But I also know that we let our emotions get to us. And that's a part of being a Philly fan, right? It's all a part of being a fan of this ball club. Because we live in the moment, and we get to react in the moment. So. Boy, oh boy. I can't find my pop filter. It must have fell, and I can't find it. I'll have to find it later. I can't believe that Merrill Kelly's coming out of this game. Going back to the locker room. So Alec Boehm, no injury that I'm aware of, but first pitch is outside for a ball. So Ryan Thompson's pitching. He has a 3.82 ERA. He's 1-2 in the regular season. Has gone 30 2/3 of an inning. The 1-0 pitch. There's a bouncer hit back towards Thompson. Boehm will be retired as there's one away in the bottom of the 6th. So that was just a grounder hit back to the pitcher. And now Bryson Stott's coming up to the plate. One out in the bottom of the sixth. Stott is up. Phillies down 4-1. The pitch to Stott takes it at the knees. A sinker at 89 miles per hour. What's up, Tim? How you doing? Hey, JJ, let's start this comeback. Pinboy says, after the Mariners' comeback in the wild card last season, I still believe anything is possible. The 0-1 delivery, that's at the knees for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Phillies will have Orion Kerkering warming up in their bullpen. And he will go out there to pitch the 7th inning. The ball is 2 strikes with 1 out and nobody on in the bottom of the 6th. Stott's up at the plate. JT waits on deck. The 0-2 up high, and not by much. That's the beauty of the game of baseball. No game clock. You're never out of it, says Larry. Josh says, frustrating game. So far it is. The 1-2 pitch to Stott. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to left center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So Bryson Stott, is able to get on with a single out to left center, and he gets on base. Hopefully he can get something starting for the Phils in this inning. That was a good piece of hitting, too, by Stott, as he didn't want to just hit that one for power, just wanted to put it in a really good spot, and was able to get it out to left center field. And Thomas, who does run very well out in the outfield, is able to play it on a bounce in front of him. Here comes JT Realmuto. The pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to right field. Coming in is Carroll. Carroll will wave everyone off and will make the easy catch, and there's 2 away. JT did get a fastball, but he was very late on it. And now Nick Castellanos is coming up to the plate. JT was definitely early on that swing, but you got to do a better job at just, staying on top of it and just getting the timing down and doing a better job executing. So Castellanos will step into the box, and he swings and misses at a sinker at 89 miles per hour. Nick is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Batting .244 in the postseason. He was sky high in that first round. The 0-1, swing and a miss on a slider that wasn't even close to the zone. I'm fine with somebody swinging at the first pitch, but I care about results, man. You got to get on with the base hit. It was a good pitch to swing at, too. The 0-2 pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to deep left field. It'll stay in the yard, though, as Castellanos got it off the end of the bat. And Gurriel Jr. is there to make the catch, and we go to the top of the 7th inning. So the Phillies come up empty-handed once again. They leave Bryson Stott over at first. We go to the top of the 7th at Citizens Bank Park. Okay. All right, we need Orion to come in and pitch a very good inning. JT swings at the first pitch, SMH. Well, that's what happens, man. It was a good pitch to swing at, too. It was. All right. It's time now for our Phillies trivia question of the day. So if you are new to the channel, what we do is when we go to the top of the 7th inning, we ask a Phillies trivia question. All right? If you get the question right, this is what you'll hear. If you get the question wrong, this is what you'll hear. Okay. So our Phillies trivia question today will be this. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Where is it? All right. Which Phillies first baseman had 3 consecutive 20 home run seasons between 97 and 99? Okay, that's the question. All right? Comment your answers down below. Which Phillies first baseman had 3 consecutive 20 homer seasons between 97 and 99? Ellen says, I'm telling you, he's off. That's what happens when it's cold. Game 7 incoming, says Kane. Again, the game's not over, guys. You can be mad. The series should be over with, but again, the game's not over. That's why we're on here. So again, which Phillies first baseman has had 3 consecutive seasons with 20 homers between 97 and 99? 1997 and 99. Comment your answers down below. That is the Phillies trivia question of the day. Pete Rose says Ellen Sorbello. Incorrect. Ryan Howard did not play in 97 to 99. Wrong era. Nope. 2 more guesses. As Orion Kerkering comes in, he's 1-0 on the season with a 3 ERA. He's gone 3 innings. He has 6 strikeouts and 2 walks allowed. Rico. That is correct. Rico is correct. Good job, Chris. Good job, Chris. Got it right. Here's Geraldo Perdomo as we start off the 7th. Diamondbacks have a 4-1 lead in Game 6. The pitch, there's a line drive into left field for a base hit, and first pitch is a sweeper by Orion Kerkering, and Perdomo gets on base with a single. And that's how we start off the 7th inning. Castellanos has got to get it together. There's a time when you put up or shut up, says Ellen Sorbello. We're in the top of the 7th inning. There's a runner over at first. The pitch. It's off the plate to Corbin Carroll. Carroll's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored in tonight's game. 12 seconds left on the pitch clock. Kerkering gets set at the belt. Kicks, steals. That's sliced foul. How do you know if he Googled it or not? 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 7th inning. The pitch. That's inside for ball 2. Dad wrote that from my phone. Oh, I know. Von Hayes is not correct. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch popped up, hit over towards the third base side in foul ground. Marsh slides and he can't make the catch. It's a foul ball. And Marsh did everything he could, but I thought maybe he was going to be able to catch it. And, well, it'll be a 2-2 count now. Tried to backhand it as he was sliding, and it just hit the tippy top of his glove. Got to use Orion tonight because you don't want to use him tomorrow for a Game 7, says Larry. That's funny. So Corbin Carroll's up at the plate. He calls for time really quickly. The sweeper is way off the plate. I mean, see, here's the thing. If people were getting a hold of his sweeper, man, don't you want to think about going to the fastball? If people are starting to hit it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, a grounder. That's fouled towards the first base side. So Corbin Carroll 1 for 3 on the night. He singled and also scored a run as well on the RBI triple hit by Ketel Marte. Runner goes, the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And going over to second base is Perdomo as he's able to swipe it. And there's 1 out. I was wondering if there was any sort of batter's interference on that play to JT. But I guess not. So Perdomo dived in there to second base without a throw. And here comes Marte, who takes that pitch. It looked like it was off the plate, but it's a called strike. And Marte certainly has some words and is chirping with Trip Gibson. Ketel's 1 for 3 with an RBI triple. We're in the purple batting gloves. The 0-1, a sweeper that misses at 87 miles per hour. One ball, one strike. Aaron Nola got the start tonight and did not do a good job whatsoever for the Phils. The 1-1 pitch, that's in there for a strike. On the outside corner, went with a fastball at 95. Gabriel Marino waits in the on-deck circle. Phillies trail by 3. The 1-2, way up high on a sinker at 96. That misses really, really badly. Marte batting on the left side. The switch hitter at the plate, the 2-2. There's a ground ball. Hit back up the middle for a base hit. Rounding third and coming in to score will be Geraldo Perdomo, and it's now 5-1. Ketel Marte saying, this is my city. This is my team that I'm representing here. And the Diamondbacks add on another run. How about that? So an RBI single by Ketel Marte. And here comes Gabriel Marino to the plate. The pitch fouled off. Orion looks absolutely tired out there. Marte leads off over at first. And the Diamondbacks beating the Phillies at their own game here. No balls, one strike, the 0-1. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to right field. Castellanos on the run towards home plate. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 away. Phillies need to absolutely get their bats together as they are down to their final 9 outs in this game. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. With a runner over at first base. And that's Ketel Marte. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. The throw over the second base. It's going to get by Bryson Stott as it goes out into center field, but not too far away for the runner to go over to third. And Ketel Marte, he gets a stolen base right there. So Marte able to dive in there safely and get his second stolen base of the postseason. Not a good throw by JT. No balls, 1 strike. With 2 outs and a runner at second to Christian Walker. The pitch that sails out of the zone. For ball 1. Row, we go in the 7, says Rhino. What's up, Rising Rhino? How you doing, man? 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1. A sweeper at the knees for called strike 2. The count is now 1-2. This Phillies offense has been ice cold so far, and the pitching has not held up their end of the bargain. The 1-2 pitch, there's a fly ball. It's hit out to right field. Castellanos on the run, and they'll make the catch right on the track. And that'll end the inning. The Diamondbacks, though, do get another run on an RBI single by Ketel Marte. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. Phillies down 5-1 in Game 6 of the NLCS. Okay. Boy, oh boy. What time is it? 7:24 p.m. Eastern Time? This is probably going to go till after. I assume that this is going to go till after 8:30. I don't know why. I think that we got another hour of this. Phillies got to get hot, says Rising Rhino. Yes, sir. Getting ready for some football. Rhino, drop your link down below. Guys, make sure that you like and subscribe to Rise and Rhino. I agree, neither one of these teams are beating the ALCS teams. Again, I want to get there first, and then we'll talk about it. You guys can talk about it. I'm not stopping you guys, but if you're asking me for my opinion, I'm not doing that until we get there. I'll take homers, but we need base runners, says Chris Adams. Not if you get 4 solo homers in a row. Like Larry said, plate discipline. That's the name of the game. Ugh. Boy, oh boy. Would losing to the D-backs be a massive letdown for you, says Estevan. For me? Of course. Absolutely. Yeah. We're all Philly fans here, man. JJ, as a Titans fan, I'm amazed at us trading our good players to the Eagles, says CeeLo. Yeah, man. A.J. Brown is great. Just saw the trade. Wait. There was another trade? Did you guys get the Eagles get Derrick Henry or somebody? The Eagles traded? Who did the Eagles get? Oh, they got Kevin Byard. Okay. Yeah, they got a safety. That's who they needed, man. That's who they needed. All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Phillies trail 5-1 in Game 6 of the National League Championship Series. Game 7 would be tomorrow, so if the Diamondbacks win, the series would be tied 3-3. Oh, my goodness. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on those bells so that way you know when I upload. But the fat bombs are flying in the house. The fat bombs are flying in my house. I don't know what that means. Well, we can't curse, so I'll keep quiet. Of course, Estevan. I'm sure that you would probably not feel good if your Diamondbacks lost. Got 2 picks and a safety. All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Aaron Nola got outdueled by Merrill Kelly. Kelly allowed 1 earned run. Nola allowed 4 earned runs, 2 solo homers. Only had 4 strikeouts. Struck out the side in the first and then just got 1 strikeout after that inning. Here we go. There's Brian Anderson, Jeff Francoeur, and Ron Darling. They're broadcasting the TBS game on national TV. Spike the like, hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe to the channel, man. Let's do it. If you guys want the Phillies to win, you got to spike that like button. We just got over 100 likes. Let's go. Here comes Brandon Marsh, the pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out towards right center field. It's going to go all the way towards center field. Thomas cuts it off. The throw over to second base is way off the line, and Marsh gets on with a leadoff single. Phillies looking to get something cooking right here as the fans are standing and absolutely cheering against Ryan Thompson, who's on the mound. That was a fastball right down the middle, and Brandon Marsh is having himself an incredible game so far. He's been one of the only Philly players answering the bell. Here comes Rojas, the first pitch. It's popped up behind the plate. Marino gives it a look, and thank goodness it'll go into the 3rd row or so. So 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Phillies. Ryan Thompson out there for his 2nd inning of work. TBS team clearly rooting for the D-backs. Yeah, that's what people have been saying all series long. Rojas 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and that missed way out of the zone. Oh, my goodness. Got to keep your head in there, young fella. No balls, 2 strikes to Johan Rojas. Time called really quickly by Rojas here. Larry Frenchie was a Braves announcer. Yes, sir. On the go with CeeLo. That's correct. Chris Adams says, stop swinging at the first pitch. You got on base, man. That's what we care about. The ball is 2 strikes, and the 0-2, that's way off the plate for a ball. If it's your pitch, I'm okay with you swinging at it. You just can't get out. That's all I care about. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rojas. The pitch popped up again towards shallow center field. And Thomas calls everyone off and will make the easy catch. And there's 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. Craig Kimbrell getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen here, with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. And now the top of the order coming up, and Torey Lovullo is going to make a pitching change. So Thompson's night is done as Rojas flies out to center, and Kyle Schwarber's coming up to the plate. So here we have a pitching change here. It looks like Nelson, I believe, is coming out there, but we'll have to just wait and see who it is. Let me see. Who is it? Andrew Sal Frank is going to be pitching. Honestly, man, he's been really struggling in this series against the Phillies' left-handed hitting. I don't know why they would go to him, keep going to him if he's just going to not have a lot of success. Somebody has to explain that to me. Boy, oh boy. That food looks really good. What's for dinner tonight, guys? What's for dinner for you guys? Comment down below. I'm having leftovers tonight. Got to finish my leftovers before I go back home tomorrow. I made some pasta, fried up some ground beef from a couple of hamburgers, and I cooked some veggies and put some Alfredo and red sauce on it, marinara sauce. That's what we're going to finish up tonight. That's for dinner for me. Here we go. Let's shock the world. I like that. Can we get a Schwarbomb here for dinner? Can't do that, but yes. How many are free agents for the Phils in the offseason? I don't know. Rhys Hoskins is and Aaron Nola is, so those are the 2 notable ones. Well, if Kimbrell's warming up, might as well be talking about Game 7, says Josh. Here comes Schwarber. Let's hope the bats are hungry and he serves some meatballs. That's a good one. A cheesesteak with the Riz, says Josh. That's for dinner tonight. Phillies for dinner tonight, says Estevan. Ugh, you're a funny guy. Andrew Sal Frank is going to come in to pitch for the Arizona Diamondbacks. In 10.1 innings, he has 6 strikeouts, 4 walks allowed. Opponents are batting .189 against him. There's Torey Lovullo in the dugout, who just made the move for the Snakes. Sal Frank versus Schwarber. First pitch, it's in there for a strike at 90 miles per hour. It was a sinker at the knees, taken all the way. Kyle's 0 for 1 with 2 walks tonight. Marsh leads off at first. The 0-1 delivery. That looked like it was off the plate, but it's a called strike. Good curve, regardless. Schwarber will call for time very quickly here. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Marsh got on with a leadoff single, and the Phillies are looking to respond. That's got to come to life. No balls, 2 strikes to Schwarber. The 0-2, there's a ground ball hit over to second base. The flip over to second, there's 1, and that's all that they're going to get. Flip over the shortstop is 1, and Perdomo thought maybe it was that he had to deal with some interference there, but Marte just was able to get Marsh out by force at second. So there's 2 outs, and Schwarber gets on with a fielder's choice ground out. Let's see here. Yep. It was the right call. So 2 away for Trey Turner. Turner comes up and takes a look at a sinker at 92 at the knees for a strike. Turner's 0 for 3 with a fly out in his last at-bat. Is at .386 in the postseason with 2 homers. The 0-1 swing and a miss on a curveball at 85 miles per hour. No balls, 2 strikes to Turner. Turner's 30 years old, a 2-time All-Star. Of course, a 2019 World Series champion with the Washington Nationals. The 0-2, it bounces away from the catcher. The throw over the second base to try to get Schwarber. They got him. Schwarber tried to advance on the wild pitch, and Gabriel Moreno gunned him out at second. And that's the type of game it has been for the Snakes. As we go to the top of the 8th, Phillies down by 4. They're going to hold it here to see if he was out. And LINKTREE, is he going to challenge it? I guess that they will. Let's see. Did Schwarber get in there? I think that they just got him on the elbow. I do. I thought he was out. I think that he just got him. The Phillies will challenge this, though. That's what's going to happen here. So they're going to use one challenge, and rightfully so, because they still have one more challenge left. So did Schwarber get in there? That's the question. Took a really weird bounce. I think he just got him there. Let's see. Yep, he's ruled out, and the call was confirmed. So we go to the top of the 8th, and Gabriel Moreno with a nice play. Diamondbacks lead it by 4. It's a 5-1 lead for Arizona as we go to the top of the 8th inning. Getting late, need runs now. Sausage and peppers for dinner in the belly, says Rising Rhino. Go Birds. Cecilio, you're welcome to him. He doesn't come with his own shrink, though. Buyer beware. Got the rally hats on. What is he thinking? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Oh, boy. Yabba dabba doo, says Josh Simber. If you guys are new, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on those bell icons. Come on. What are you waiting for? My name is Jason. This is Play by Play with JJ. We do Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, Flyers hockey, Eagles football. Spike the like. If you guys would also like to donate to the channel, you guys don't have to, but feel free to leave a super chat down below. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can also click on the LINKTREE, which is pinned at the very top of the chat. It'll also be posted by a mod in just a few moments. So you can click on that, and you can donate via PayPal or Venmo as well. And follow Play by Play with JJ on all the social medias while you're at it by clicking on that LINKTREE. We really don't deserve to win this series, says Josh. I mean, do you think that the Diamondbacks deserve it? Do you think that they deserve it? Because I don't know. I don't know. We have to wait and see how the rest of the series plays out. But so far, Josh, you're right. And you can be frustrated, but once again, it all comes back. I don't think anyone does, says Josh. Okay, well, there's your answer. There's your answer right there. The D-backs never give up, says Adam Hurley. Neither do the Phillies, man. I guess the NLCS was right. A lot of people thought it should have been Braves and Phillies, and that's what I was thinking, but they got it right. I'll tell you that. Phillies beat the Braves in the National League Division Series. Diamondbacks were able to upset the LA Dodgers and sweep them 3-0. I'm going to play my guitar and forget that this game happened. I deserve better. So Craig Kimbrell's going to be pitching the top of the 8th inning. He's 23 for 28 in save opportunities. This is not a save opportunity, though. He's gone 5 innings in the postseason, has allowed 4 earned runs, and has 3 strikeouts. The first pitch to Tommy Pham is fouled back towards the screen. So no balls, 1 strike. Pham in a solo homer off of Aaron Nola in that 2nd inning. And went back-to-back with Gurriel Jr. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Good pitch thrown by Kimbrell here. Pham looks like he's been off balance in this at-bat. No balls, 2 strikes. Kimbrell gets set at the belt. Kicks, fires, the pitch. Up high for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tommy Pham. Pham has had a lot of success against the Phillies throughout his whole entire career. The 1-2 pitch, he just laid that one off. The count is now 2-2. Pham is 35 years old. Has played with the Cardinals, the Rays, the Padres, the Reds, the Red Sox, the Mets, and now the D-backs. The 2-2 pitch, line drive into center field. Rojas on the run, and they'll make the diving catch. And there's 1 away in the top of the 8th. A really nice catch by Johan Rojas. And that saves a base hit right there. And there's the first out of the 8th inning. Just hit that one on a line and got over to it in plenty of time. He is a defensive specialist out in center field and is a specimen defensively as well. First pitch to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is downstairs and outside as well. So Kimbrell on the bump. Gets set. He's wearing his golden necklace. Kicks, deals. Throws a knuckle curve at 85 at the knees. It's a called strike by Trip Gibson. Please return your tray tables to their upright and locked position. And please fasten your seatbelts and hold on tight, says Chris Adams. The 1-1 pitch, chopped foul towards the third base side. Ginkel is going to be warming up in the D-backs bullpen now, and they'll pitch the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies have looked absolutely lifeless out there at the plate. But hopefully the Demons will leave their bodies. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out in the 8th inning. The pitch, strike 3 called, a 4-seamer at 96 on the outside edge of the plate. And there's 2 retired in the 8th. Kimbrell out there tells me that they're waving the white flag and flushing this game. Who else do you go to, man? Are you going to go to Alvarado here, or are you just going to save him for a Game 7? What do you do? Who else do you go to? 2 outs in the top of the 8th, and there's a knuckle curve inside, way inside for a ball. I'm not going to Hoffman here. Not going to Alvarado here. They're not winning. If they were winning, that's different. The 1-0 pitch. Way inside for ball 2. That's what I'm saying. They're saving everybody for Game 7. Correct. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 gone in the top of the 8th, and the 2-0 delivery. It's low. Kimbrel, 35 years old from Huntsville, Alabama. Facing Alex Thomas here. The 3-0 pitch in there for a called strike on the inside corner. A 9-time All-Star, a World Series champion as well, 2-time NL Reliever of the Year. The 3-1 pitch outside for ball 4, and there's a 2-out walk drawn by Alex Thomas. So he'll go over to first. If the game suddenly turns around, expect to see Alvarado in the 9th, says Chris Adams. Yep. So Ginkel getting loosened up in the D-backs pen. A runner at first in the top of the 8th, throw back to first. Not in time to get Alex Thomas. Diamondbacks have been playing small ball very, very well. Thomas leads off over at first. Kimbrel gets set above the belt, below the letters, throw back again, and it's dropped by Harper, but he goes out in front of him. Game 7 would be tomorrow night at 8:07 p.m. Eastern Time. So if the Diamondbacks win, Phillies will have to play in a Game 7, and it's do or die for both teams. And the winner will face the winner of the ALCS. And tonight is Game 7 of the ALCS, so whoever wins that game is going to the World Series. Did that just go through Bryce Harper's glove? I thought it did. The pitch. That's in there for a strike. It's a knuckle curve on the outside corner. So Longoria up at the plate. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch, that's in there for a strike to throw over the second base. It's going to get by Stott again as Rojas gets to it. That's the second time tonight that a ball was gotten by Bryson Stott. It's going over to second base is Alex Call. The pitch was outside for a ball. It was ruled a ball by Tripp Gibson. Thomas running in with a head of steam, just diving into second, and probably if Stott caught it, I think that he probably would have had him. Took a bounce in front of Stott, but he still probably should have caught it. The 1-1, good save by JT, as it almost got by him. The count is 2-1 now. Phillies in their bottom half of the 8th inning will have Turner, Harper, and Bohm up. So that's 2, 3, and 4. The pitch, swing and a miss. A knuckle curve that just came back into the zone. Phillies never give up. But, my neighbors were going to let some fireworks off tonight. Longoria will call for time here. As he steps out of the box. And now steps back in. Kimbrel looks over at third. Now back to the plate. And the 2-2. It's outside again for ball 3. Geraldo Perdomo is up next for the Diamondbacks. Waits in the on-deck circle. Thomas leads off over at second. Big payoff pitch coming up with 2 outs. The 3-2, swing and a miss. And Longoria strikes out to end the 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th, though. Phillies, do they have any magic in them? As Turner, Harper, and Bohm are coming up. 2, 3, and 4. As the Phillies are down by 4. This is pretty intense, man. It is. Philly Magic says dingle dongle. That's what we got to hope for, man. That's exactly what we have to hope for. What's up, Dallas? How you doing? Ready to watch your Cowboys tonight? Oh wait, sorry. They don't play tonight. I'm thinking of 49ers and Vikings. I remember that the Cowboys played the 49ers a few weeks ago, and that's what I was thinking of. A rematch. JJ, guess what happened in baseball history today? I don't know what happened. We got another Philly donation, man. This time it's from Connor. Thanks so much, dude. Thanks so much for the donation, man. Means a lot. Philly, or fighting magic, he says. I like that message. Fighting magic. I'm with you on that. Celebrate St. Smithens Day. Fireworks in New York, England, says Ian Leslie. Oh, man. I'm usually, never really speechless like this. But I kind of am. I'm thinking of what the Phillies did against the Cardinals last year, says Quentin. Okay. Yeah, Dallas, I know. Yep. I know. That's right. It was before I was born. Thank God I missed that. Ugh. On the go with Silas says, I know the feeling. Yeah, man. I'm usually never speechless, but tonight's been a little bit of a weird cast. I'm not really necessarily feeling my best. But as far as the game goes, that's a whole nother thing on top of it too. So Emmanuel Rivera defensively is going to be playing over at third for Evan Longoria. And Kevin Ginkel, who's 9-1 in the regular season with a 2.48 earned run average. In the postseason, he has 10 strikeouts and 6 1/3 of a frame of work. He'll be facing Turner here to start things off in the bottom of the 8th. Phillies down by 4. Turner up, and he'll take a strike. A fastball at 94. Trey's 0 for 3, flied out in his last at-bat. Was up in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs, but the last out was recorded by Kyle Schwarber as he got caught stealing. The 0-1 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out to center field. On the run is Call, and he's there to make the catch. And Turner just got it off the end of the bat, but it did not drop in, and Turner flies out to center. So Bryce Harper is coming up to the plate, and he's looking to just add on some magic here. If the Astros move on to the World Series, the Phillies will have home and field advantage. If the Phillies win, yes. Here comes Harper, and he takes that pitch way inside for ball 1. Phillies need to get 3 runners on in order for them to even get the tying run to come to the plate. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 8th, base is empty, and the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss on a slider at 87 miles per hour. I love streaming, but it can be exhausting, and people knew what exactly puts in, or what we put into all of this. Yeah, man, I'm with you. The 1-1, swing and a miss. But that's what makes this fun, though, dude. It's like going to the ballpark every day for these guys. This is us going to our ballpark. You go into the lab, which is what we're doing right now. We're getting reps, and we're trying to, put up shots. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ginkel at the letters, and the 1-2 pitch. Ooh, just a little bit low. A slider at 87. Harper was drafted by the Washington Nationals as the first overall pick. 2-2 pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to left center field. Call on the run, though, again, and they'll make the catch on the track. So he's just been having all the numbers. You just can't hit it out to center field because he's been able to track things down pretty well. Gregory Soto is getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And the Phillies are down to their final 4 outs. So Harper is retired. It's just been that type of a day for the Phillies, as Harper is pretty frustrated. Alec Bohm up at the plate, and he swings and hits the first pitch foul towards the right field side. Bohm is 1 for 3, singled. He's batting .214. Still looking for his first postseason home run. Phillies fans are pretty quiet. The 0-1 swing and a miss on an upstairs fastball at 96 miles per hour. The Phillies looked like they were unbeatable at home, and the Diamondbacks may have cracked a little code tonight. The 0-2, that's in the dirt. Another slider at 88. Play-by-play is an art, says Mike. You're doing it very well and just keep getting better and better. Thank you, dude. We've been a little bit off tonight, but I am pretty tough on myself. 2 outs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Bohm, the pitch, grounder, hit over towards the hole into right field, and it's going to get through for a base hit. So Bohm gets on, and well, he's able to get aboard on a base hit back up the middle, past the sliding stop of Marte, just went underneath his glove. So he tried to slide over towards his left side. Well, he just got through, and that ball, if it doesn't get by him, Bohm is out. So now Bryson Stott comes up. Stott versus Ginkel here. First pitch in there for a strike on a 95-mile-per-hour heater. The old saying, we aren't hitting them where they ain't, says On the Go with CeeLo. The ball's 1 strike to Stott. Real Muto waits in the on-deck circle. The 0-1. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to right field. And coming in is Carroll. And he'll be there to make the catch. And that's the end of the inning. So we go to the top of the 9th. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Diamondbacks coming back up in the top of the 9th inning. And Gregory Soto is going to be on the mound. Dallas says, are you ignoring me, CeeLo? Oh, boy. What is On the Go with CeeLo, boss? CeeLo wasn't that a great home run? Oh, boy. Ugh. Well, they got to put it all in this bottom of the 9th. First, you got to get to the bottom of the 9th first. Now you want to hit Bohm, but can't hit with men on bases, Kane. On the Go with Steelers says, Dallas, you know my answer. I'm sure that's an inside joke. Time is it? 8:03 p.m. Eastern Time. We need 14 more subs for us to get to 1,430 subscribers. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe. We have 114 likes. We have 137 people on here watching. That means that 22 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. What are you guys waiting for? The clock is ready to strike 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. There we go. Whoever just subscribes, comment who you are down below, and I'll give you a shout out. She loves to troll with me with Joe Carter, JJ. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, she trolled with me about it too. But I don't understand why, as a Braves fan, you'd feel offended by that. Did the Braves play against the... No, they didn't play, or did the Braves have Joe Carter at some point? I don't think that they did, but did they? Ugh. Man, if the Phillies lose tomorrow, it's going to be a very, very wild day. I'm going to have to study while I'm on the plane. Oh, boy. Yes, says on the go Vasilo. I didn't know that. He actually played with the Braves? I didn't know. Huh. Don't give up, y'all. Nope. We're not giving up. I'm just saying that if they lose, man, tomorrow's going to be a long, long day. It's going to be a quick turnaround, too. I got to get back home, and I got to set things up very quickly. And we're going to have to rush. So that should be wild. There's some fans leaving the stadium. What are you guys doing? There's still 3 outs to go. Oh, my gosh. The most memorable Blue Jay, says Ian Leslie. For sure. That is Joe Carter. Here's Gregory Soto. He's facing Perdomo here. The first pitch is way inside and high for ball 1. Gregory Soto, 3-4 in the regular season with a 4.62 earned run average, 65 Ks in 60 innings. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. On a fastball right down the pipe. Paul Sewald will be looking to close out the bottom of the 9th. If we play a Game 7 comeback on tomorrow night, the pitch, it's bunted down the third base line, the throw over to first, and that's just going to get on by Bryce Harper as it goes all the way to right field, and Perdomo's going to go over to second. So Perdomo gets in there safely without a throw over to second. That throw by Soto was way off the line. My goodness. He stumbled and the footwork just wasn't there, and Harper tried to extend his legs and just not able to do so. So there's a runner at second. Corbin Carroll's up at the plate. Phillies trying to keep it to a 4-run deficit, and Carroll's going to lay down a bunt here. And Soto will just throw it over to first as it was laid down the first base line. And he'll give a little underhanded toss, and there's one away in the top of the 9th. Perdomo's over at third base with 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. So the question is, who's going to pitch tomorrow for the Phillies if it goes to a Game 7? Is it going to have to be Ranger Suarez? And who would pitch for the D-backs? The pitch. That's grounded foul towards the third base side. So Ketel Marte is 2 for 4 with a triple, a stolen base, and 2 RBI. He has been a hitting machine in this series. Batting on the right side here against the lefty Soto. The pitch fouled off. Just fouled towards the backstop. So no balls, 2 strikes to Marte. In the on-deck circle, it'll be Gabriel Moreno. Does it make it better if I had said I had cupcakes? The next pitch, swing and a miss, and Marte strikes out on a curveball there, and there's 2 outs now in the top of the 9th. Phillies in their bottom of the 9th inning will have JT, Castellanos, and Marsh due up. So here's Moreno. It would be so nice if they could get to the top of the order. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. Or for a ball, excuse me. The 1-0 pitch, fly ball. It's hit out to center field. Rojas on the run, and they'll make the easy catch for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Phillies. They're down to their final 3 outs. Can they come up with an answer here and provide everything that they possibly can to at least tie the game? Let's go to tomorrow's game. Let's see who would be pitching tomorrow. It would be Fott that would be pitching for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and I guess that they'd probably go with Ranger Suarez? Is that correct? I guess that's who the Phillies would go with. Don't know. You can't throw Wheeler out there, man. Can't. Can't throw Wheeler out there. Dallas, I've got cupcakes. Doesn't help, says Larry. All right, we got to turn this off. That's what we're going to have to do. All right, we need 2 more likes to get to 120. We have 125 people on here watching, and 7 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. Let's go, man. Come on. Let's go. Oh, boy. Is Rhino on already? I guess he is. This is not the game I wanted to see, but this is what makes baseball so great, says Mike. A back-to-back homer or a pair of them, says Albert DeHaven, would be absolutely nice. All right, in case you are just tuning in, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I see that we just got 10 more people that have just popped in, so I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic day. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well, man. We need 2 more likes to get to 120. Esteban says, we got momentum. Yep. Your Diamondbacks definitely have momentum. Oh, boy, says Jacob or Jab 33 Fire. Sorry about that, man. I'm sorry, but those look like ducks, dude. Those are not snakes. What you just typed out in the chat. Those are ducks, dude. They do not look like snakes whatsoever. All right, we go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Fightins. It would take them a miracle for them to come back right now. But do they have enough magic in them? So Paul Sewald's going to come in. He's 34 for 39 in save opportunities. This technically isn't a save opportunity because the Diamondbacks lead it by 4 runs. No spoilers in the chat. All right, here comes JT. First pitch by Sewald. It's in there for a strike on the outside corner at 91 miles per hour. JT's 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. The 0-1 pitch. Fly ball. It's hit out to shallow left field. On the run towards home plate is Gurriel, and he'll wait for it, and he'll make the catch, and there's one away in the bottom of the 9th. So JT pops out to left field, and now Nick Castellanos is coming up to the plate. 2 pitches and 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Castellanos will take that one for a strike on the outside corner. It looked a little bit off the plate, but Tripp Gibson calls it a strike, and the count is 0-1. Nick is 0 for 3 flied out in his last at-bat, and he'll foul the next pitch back towards the screen. So it's an 0-2 count now. Dory Lavulo certainly has to be happy with his ball club so far to this point. The ball's 2 strikes to Castellanos, and the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And there's 2 away in the 9th. And now the Phillies are down to their final strike. Or down to their final out, excuse me. So Marsh is coming up. He's been the only Philly hitter that has gotten 2 hits today. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI double and a single. He takes the first pitch inside and high. So Brandon Pfaadt will be starting for the Diamondbacks tomorrow. Phillies most likely, I assume, will send Ranger Suarez out there. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch fouled back again. And it's a 1-1 count. 2 outs, base is empty in the the bottom of the 9th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch off the plate for ball 2. Rob Thompson is certainly scratching his head right now, thinking about what his team has to do tomorrow. 2 balls, 1 strike to Marsh. The pitch. Fouled back, and the Phillies are down to their final strike. They're showing Ranger Suarez in the Phillies dugout. So Ranger Suarez will be starting tomorrow, according to the TBS cast. They did not update that on ESPN. The 2-2 on the way, fouled back towards the screen. And Brandon Pfaadt will be pitching in Game 7 here for the Diamondbacks. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. Nobody on, and 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch, strike 3 called, and that's the ball game. So the Arizona Diamondbacks have extended this to 7 games, and Game 7 will be played tomorrow night at the Bank. And they have tied the series up 3-3. They win by a final score of 5-1 in stunning fashion at the Bank. And, well, Ranger Suarez and Brandon Pfaadt will be pitching against each other as Nick Castellanos is stunned in the dugout. What a series this has been. The Diamondbacks got 10 hits today and have scored 5 runs on those 10 hits. Phillies got 6 hits and put up 1 run. And the season on the line for both teams tomorrow. It's going to be tough for the Diamondbacks to take 2 at the Bank, but at the same time, the Phillies just not with a whole lot of offense over these last 4 games or so. It's been totally different. Not the same ball club. And hopefully they'll keep their season on the line and advance to the World Series tomorrow night. So the Diamondbacks win by a final score of 5-1. Merrill Kelly gets the win as he outduels Aaron Nola. And Nola got charged with the loss. Was absolutely ice cold today. So he allowed 2 solo homers in the second inning, and that collapse was the difference of the ball game. And Philly fans here look really, really sad, but they'll have a chance to smile tomorrow night if the Phillies come out victorious. So that's going to wrap things up here. All right, I'm going to read your final comments, and then we got to get going. NLCS, Finder and Drive, donate NLCS. You were good, JJ. The team had a day off. Tomorrow, we got to get it done. The voice in Rob Thompson's head singing the sun will come out tomorrow, says Albert DeHaven. Texas is already up 1-0. I hate Game 7, says Chris LeClaire. I'm losing my marbles, y'all, says Dingle Dongle. 6-1 at home in the playoffs. Yeah, it's tough, man. Postpone the celebration. Only good thing is that it's back at the Bank, but that was the good thing about today's game, too. Jab33 Fire says, go D-backs. Yeah, man, the D-backs played really, really well tonight. So it'll be Pfaadt against Suarez tomorrow night, and the Phillies will have to wait another day, but unfortunately their season's on the line, too. Thanks, man. It was fun, says Psych Boxes. Yeah, man. Hopefully we get to continue the season after tomorrow night. That would be really, really something. You know? That'd be sick. Love you guys. Next game, JJ. Next game, says Dallas. All right. On your way out, hit the like button and hit that subscribe button, man. All right. Appreciate you all. I'll catch you all tomorrow night. We got a very quick turnaround here. I got to get packing. And I got to make sure that I get things set up for tomorrow, and I got to do that now. All right. See you guys on the next one. Lila Tov.